Welcome to Midland Warrior Football right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live as we have the Northwestern Red Raiders coming to town on a beautiful breezy Saturday. And we have some great football coming up for you with the call of today's game. Proudly introducing Rich Ray.
Thanks, Kelly Johnson. Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to this GPAC matchup between the Midland Warriors and the number one ranked team in the country, the defending national champions, the Northwestern College Red Raiders. Midland is trying to get back into the win column. They dropped their last two ball games, a 33-32 loss a couple of weeks ago at Dakota Wesleyan, and then last week ended up falling to third-ranked Morningside by a score of 48-17. So the record for Midland now sits at 3-2 on the season, 2-2 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Northwestern is 4-0. The Red Raiders have won 17 straight games, and one of those wins was against Drake University out of Des Moines, a Division I school, an overtime win earlier in the season. And Northwestern last year, after dropping its first game of the year to Morningside, ran the table the rest of the season, won the national championship, and off to a 4-0 start to begin this year as well. So it's a big task for Midland today. This is a Warrior team that's averaging 380 yards per game, but Northwestern is one of the more prolific offenses in the country, as they average 494 yards per game. Very balanced, 204 on the ground, 289 through the air. Midland gets most of its yardage through the air at 232 with 147 on the ground. Last week, Northwestern, a winner against Mount Marty and Yankton, winning that one by a score of 42-0. Nearly 400 yards passing, led by Jalen Gramstead, the junior quarterback, who ended up throwing for 397 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also ran for 22 yards and a score as well, and for his efforts was named the Great Plains Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Week. The Midland Warriors are trying to get things going, and part of the key today will be holding on to the football. The Warriors turned it over 4 times against Morningside last week, 3 of which resulted in immediate scores, and that put Midland, for lack of a better term and cliche phrase, behind the 8 ball, and Midland was climbing uphill for the remainder of the contest. But the Warriors are home today, first time in 3 weeks, and it's a short homestand because they're on the road again next week when they travel to Sioux Center to take on Dordt University and the Defenders. After today, Midland has 2 home games left, October the 14th when they take on Mount Marty, and then October the 21st when the Doane Tigers come to town. Then the remaining 3 out of the last 6 games, 3 of the last 5 games, I beg your pardon, will be on the road. So we're getting closer to kickoff between the Midland Warriors and the Northwestern College Red Raiders. Before we take a look at the starting lineups for today's ball game, we're going to get ready for the national anthem performed here at Heatham Field in Fremont.
The American flag. Please stand, and gentlemen, remove your hats. We honor our country with the flames of the national anthem. Veterans in active duty out of uniform military personnel may render a salute in accordance with the Defense Authorization Act of 2009.
Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem here at Heatham Field in Fremont. As we take a look at the starting lineups for today's ball game, as Randy Hagedorn is our referee for today. The umpire is Ted Downey. The head linesman is Brian Wiles. The line judge is Bryce Kirkman. The side judge is Aaron Christians. The field judge is Greg Jennis. And the back judge is Ryan Freeze. For Midland on offense today, Garrison Beach is a quarterback, 6'1", 185, and he's a senior. Max Wald is the running back, a fifth-year senior, 5'10", 210 pounds. Jordale Lacey plays tight end at 6'2", 225 and is a senior. Left tackle, number 66, Callan Phillips, 6'3", 290 and a senior. At left guard, number 72, Christian Robledo, 6'3", 285 and a senior. The center is Brendan Bills, a 6', 295-pound senior. At right guard, number 78, Sione Moala, 5'11", 320 and a senior. The right tackle, number 65, Gunnar Vanyek, 6'3", 270 and a senior. The wide receivers include Caitlin Coates, a 6'1", 185-pound senior, Desmond Prusha, a 6'3", 185-pound junior, and Tariq Brown, a 6'1", 185-pound senior. Defensively for the Warriors, at defensive end is Gabriel Van Winkle, 6'3", 225, and he is a junior. The other D end is number 95, Dane Christensen, a 6'3", 235-pound senior. Defensive lineman wearing number 0, Noah Ethan, 5'9", 255, a fifth-year senior. And number 90, Uet Mo, a 5'10", 270-pound sophomore. The linebackers include Burton Brandt, who is 6 foot. He is 220 and a junior. Xavier Green is 5'10", 210 and a junior. And Trayden Davis-Reed at 6'1", 220 and a junior. The corners, number 1, Trey Kingsland, a 5'11", 190-pound fifth-year senior, and Robert Vega Jr., a 5'10", 175-pound fifth-year senior. The safeties include Zane Stenger, a 5'11", 180 and a junior, and Brady Martin, 5'11", 175 and a junior. For Northwestern, at quarterback, number 12, Jalen Gramstad, 6 foot, 195 and a junior. Running back number 3, Connor McQuillan, a 6'1", 210-pound senior. Tight end number 80, that's Peyton Carroll, 6'4", 225 and a sophomore. Left tackles number 68, Mitchell Nelson, 6'2", 285 and a freshman. Left guard number 66, Patrick Gottberg, 6'1", 255 and a junior. At center, number 52 is Camerson Morgan, 5'11", 260 and a sophomore. The right guard is number 54. That is Jawan Grant, 6'4", 6 foot, 290 and a senior. Right tackle is number 53, Cole Cleveringa, 6'4", 300 pounds and a sophomore. Wide receiver is number 7. That's Austin Gerard, 5'11", 170 and a freshman. Number 4, Michael Story, 6 foot, 180 and a senior. And number 6, Ty Schaefer, 5'11", 170 and a junior. On the defensive line, number 23 is Morris Hofer, 6'2", 230 and a senior. Number 93 is Peyton Newsma, 6'1", 260 and a senior. Number 97 is Jacob Dragstra, 5'11", 235 and a sophomore. And number 30, Justin Rankin, is 6'3", 240-pound junior. At linebackers, number 34, Ben Egley, 6'1", 215 and a sophomore. Number 38, Ben Kingery, 5'11", 230, and he is a senior. Number 24, Tristan Mulder, 6'1", 220 and a junior. The corners, number 20, Cole Telford, 5'11", 195 and a junior, and Gavin Lorenzen at 5'10", 175 and a junior. The safeties are number 4, Cody Mosier, 6'2", 190 and a junior, and Clayton Bozema at 6'2", 195 and a junior. The Northwestern won the coin toss and is deferred to the second half. So Midland will get the ball first, and we'll be going from right to left as we're ready for action here at Heatham Field in Fremont. The Midland Warriors and the Northwestern College Red Raiders. Ball's teed up by Eli Stater, and here's the kickoff. And he'll kick it deep with a strong wind behind him, and that will not be returnable as it's over the end line. It'll be a touchback, and Midland will take it over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So that's how we begin things. Kelly, did you turn the fan on? What happened there?
Oh, yeah. I was getting a little warm, so I decided to crank up the wind to the world, I guess.
Yeah, out of the south at about 30. So Midland will work from right to left. And Garrison Beach will bring the Warriors out up in the line of scrimmage. And he will have Levi Markey to his left, one man in motion. Snap and a handoff to the left side. And taking it up the field is Tariq Brown. And he'll get out past the 30-yard line before he's brought down on the play. Stopping the play made by Cole Telford, sophomore out of Rock Rapids, Iowa. You can hear in our crowd mic the wind is just howling right along. Second down and about 4. Another handoff to Brown going to the left side. He will cut. Oh, actually, this is Kalen Coates, I beg your pardon. Coates is going to be stacked up and then pushed back after he gains about 3, and he's going to be just shy of the first down yardage. So 2 consecutive plays of the same nature, two different running backs. And coming up to make the stop was Clayton Bozema. So 3rd down and a yard for Midland. The ball is at the Warrior 34-yard line. Midland trying to move the chains on its opening drive of the ballgame. One receiver to the left is Brown. The other one on the other side is Brody Anderson. Anderson goes in motion. Here's a snap. Beach will keep it himself. Cuts back, puts his head down, and picks up the first down over the 35 to the 36-yard line. So the Warriors move the chains. And in to make the tackle was Peyton Noomsma, the senior defensive lineman from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So 1st and 10. 13:40 to go here in the opening quarter. No score between Midland and Northwestern. These two teams usually, when they play here at Heatham Field, they're close ball games. It's been the tradition in the past. One receiver each way. Anderson in motion. Play action. Rolling out to his right is Beach. He looks downfield, sets, throws, and it's going to be caught. First down at the 49-yard line. Jordell Lacey over the middle, able to make the catch on a good rollout by Garrison Beach to find his open receiver. And Midland moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 for the 49-yard line. You take away a ball game in 2016 that Northwestern had to turn back because of using an ineligible player after the season. Northwestern has won every game against Midland since 2001. 2001 is the last time the Warriors have beaten the Red Raiders. 1st down and 10 as the Warriors will shift skill players around from the Warrior 49. Beach gets the snap. Well, handed off to his tailback and nowhere to go. Trying to go right up the middle and stacked up by a host of white jerseys. On the carry for Midland was Tyson Dinkert. And looked like in on the tackle again was Peyton Noomsma. Gain of a yard, we'll call it. It'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go with the ball in midfield. 12:14 left to go here in this opening quarter. Beach has 5 receivers in the formation. Brings a man in motion. And we'll give it off the wall around the right side. He's got the 45, still on his feet, spins around, and will be brought down a couple yards short of the first down. Good tough run by Max Wald. Making the tackle was Clayton Bozema. And the Midland is looking at a 3rd down and short. Or 3rd down and 2 with the ball now at the Northwestern 43-yard line. 11:40 to go in the opening quarter. No score, the Red Raiders and the Midland Warriors. Midland will spread out the receivers, one on each side. Brown to the left side of the formation, Coach to the right. Beach gets the snap, and he will keep it himself off the right side. He is hit. He's going to be brought down about a yard short of the first down. Needed to get to the 31, or the 41, I beg your pardon. You can spot him at the 42, where the Warriors are looking at 4th down and a yard to go. And right now the Warrior offense staying on the field here. 4th down and 1. It's a good spot to go for it. Also, it's a spot here, Kelly, you don't really want to punt, because punting into that breeze, you're not going to gain much as far as the yardage is concerned. 4th and 1. Beach gets the snap. Quarterback keep, right side, first down. He dives over the 40 and tripped up to the 38-yard line. Garrison Beach just patiently following his blockers and was able to jump over the line of scrimmage and fall forward and move the chains again. So 1st down and 10 for Midland.
Yeah, you're right. Taking advantage of that or pushing through like that was the better choice, simply because kicking into that wind, you might get a 5 to 10 yard advantage. That's about it.
And I can almost guarantee if the wind stays like this, you're probably not going to see any field goal attempts toward the south end zone here today. 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the 38. Beach gets the snap. He wants to throw. Fires it, and it's going to be caught at the 33-yard line. Brown hauls that in. Getting close to knocking it away was Gavin Lorenzen. He came up and was thinking about a pick, but the ball arrived just a hair before Lorenzen could get to it. So it's a 2nd down play, a gain of 6, and Midland is looking at 2nd down and 4 yards to go. 9:44 to go in the opening quarter, opening drive of the ball game. Midland has got 2 receivers tight right side, 1 receiver to the left. Beach calls out the instructions. He'll get the snap, rolls to his right, fires a pass. It's going to be caught. It's going to be near a first down. Shane Orr makes the grab. Making the tackle was Cody Mosier.
And they mark it right there, so hopefully it does have first down.
Yep, exactly. They are going to move the chains here, Kelly, so it's going to be first down and 10 yards to go. Ball resting at the Red Raider 28-yard line. This drive has chewed up 6 minutes of the clock to begin the contest. Two receivers left side, one to the right. Beach brings Coates in motion and will fake the give to him, takes it up the middle, and he was able to slice forward and is tripped up over the 25-yard line. So what we're seeing so far from Midland is positive plays on every single play so far, and that's key because you don't want to get yourself backed up into being behind the sticks. Loss of yardage or penalties.
And they're mixing it up, it's not just on the ground or through the air, because you would expect not to see a lot of throws with this wind because it's going to affect those throws a lot.
2nd and 7 from the 25. Beach gets the snap, and he's going to hand it off up the middle. This is Dinkert. Dinkert pushes forward before he's going to be held up and pulled back. Able to grab him was Jacob Dragstra. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable here for Midland. Ball is going to be placed at the 22-yard line. So Midland's looking at about 3rd down and 4 here. And I would think as well, Kelly, that this is 2 down or 4 down situation here. If you don't get it on 3rd, you go for it on 4th. 3rd down and 4. Ball just to the right of the hash mark and inside the right, just to the left of the hash mark. Right at the middle of the field. Orr going in motion. Beach gets the snap. Under pressure, throws a pass, incomplete. Heavy pressure was coming up the middle that time by Dragstra. And he forces an incomplete pass. And the field goal unit is going to come out here. So Jared Quinones, who extended his career record for field goals last week by knocking in his 31st of his career, will line up. And now the Warriors will go with an odd formation here as they will spread out the offensive line. This is Prussia, who's taking a snap, and he will fake, and now a penalty flag is going to be dropped on the play. False start against Midland.
Oh.
So the Warriors were trying to catch Northwestern off guard here.
And I think they would have actually been able to pull that one off because they had a really nice route laid out, but whistles blew.
This is a formation that Coach Jamrog has used year after year, and usually you do see it in a kicking situation where if it's a point after attempt, he'll use it in the 2-point conversion style as well. And now Midland will send the offense back on the field. So the Warrior offense is going to go for here on 4th down and 9. 7:33 to go in the opening quarter. Ball resting at the Northwestern 27-yard line. Midland needs to get it to the 18 for a first down. 4th down and 9. 3 receivers, 2 to the right. Snap to Beach. Looks, fires it, dumps it off, complete. That's going to be a first down at the 10-yard line. Shane Orr made the grab. Chased out of bounds by Ben Kingery. So the drive continues as Midland executes on a 4th down conversion. And now is looking at first down and goal to go with the ball placed at the Red Raider 8-yard line. Beach looking to the near side. Wanting a sub to check in here quick.
It's got to give you some confidence to have the 2nd, 4th down conversion in the same series.
That's right. 1 receiver to the left. 1st and goal from the 8. Jacob Jones is the quarterback now. He'll run it. And he will slide to his left, spins around, and be brought down near the 6-yard line. Making the tackle is Cody Mosier, the junior defensive back from Rock Valley, Iowa. So now it's going to be 2nd down and goal with the ball at the Northwestern 6. Again, this is the opening drive of the game. This is exactly how Coach Jamrog wants to script this, is keep the ball out of the hands of Northwestern as the Warriors have chewed up almost 9 minutes of offense so far in the opening drive.
Yeah, and definitely keep it so the Red Raiders can't use the wind
Coates,
as much as possible.
Coates to his right. Jones, that quarterback, gets the snap, and he will run up the middle and pushes to about the 5, and that's going to be about it. Jacob Jones More times than not, when he comes in and run that quarterback position, it is designed for him to run the football. He has a couple of Red Raiders. Make the stop. Jacob Dragster loses his helmet in the process. He's got to come on for a play. So now Midland is looking at 3rd down and goal. Jones comes out. Beach will be back in a quarterback now. 3rd and goal from the 5. And now the Warriors will use an odd formation where they shift. Beach has 4 receivers in the formation, takes the snap, drops back to pass, heavy pressure, dumps it off, incomplete. Looking for Jordell Lacey. A little tight end screen over the middle that goes awry. And now it's 4th down. And now Midland will bring Quinones out to attempt a field goal.
That was one of those plays that they probably every day would make no matter what, be able to get that throw. But I definitely, that wind is going straight into the wind, it's going to push it one direction or the other. It looks like it pushed it forward. So this
looks like a chip shot, but it's going to be difficult. It's a 22-yard field goal into a 30-mile-per-hour wind.
If you don't hit it square, it's going to move.
Quinones for the field goal attempt. Snap is back, placement's down, the kick is on the way, and it is good. So Midland gets on the board, and the score comes with 5:49 left to go in the opening quarter. A 22-yard field goal by Jerry Quinones, and Midland leads it by a score of 3-0. The kickoff is coming up next. This is Midland Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Welcome back to Midland Warrior Football live from Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Quite a drive by the Midland Warriors. Goes 75 yards, takes 9 minutes and 11 seconds, and results in a 22-yard field goal by Jerry Quinones. So Midland leads it by a score of 3-0. And so Midland will kick off now into the wind, and we'll see how far Quinones could kick this football unless he decides to go with a directional kick. Let's see, he'll run up toward it. And he'll kick it as hard as he can against the wind, and it holds up into the breeze. It'll be fielded and dropped. It is loose. Scramble for the ball, and the Warriors, did they recover? Or did it go out of bounds?
Yeah, I'm wondering. I think it went out of bounds, unfortunately.
Yeah, one of the Warriors was just about ready to jump on the ball. It is going to be Northwestern football. That's a situation right there where I think Coach McCarty's going to tell his return men, say, number one, scoot up. And number two, fair catch the ball.
Yeah.
You're not going to get too much more out of that. And Northwestern lucky that Midland didn't take it over. It's 1st down and 10 with the ball at the Red Raider 29-yard line. Midland leads it 3-0 with 5:49 to go here in this opening quarter. Jalen Gramstead gets the snap, rolls to his left, looks and fires a pass, which is going to be overthrown and incomplete. It was intended at the 48-yard line. The intended receiver was Michael Story, who is an All-American caliber player out of Spencer, Iowa. The pass just sailed a little bit on Gramstead with that wind at its back. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10. 5:44 to go here in the first quarter with Midland leading 3-0. Gramstead will have 3 receivers in the formation, a wing to his right as well. He gets the snap, looks left, looks over the middle. Now it's going to be chased. He will pull down and drop it off, and it's going to be caught. But the knee was down as soon as the catch was made. It's a completed pass to Austin Girard, the freshman from Gilbert, Arizona. And that's good for a Northwestern 1st down. So the Red Raiders have the ball now at their own 42-yard line. Moving from left to right, with a gale force wind at their back. 5:14 to go in the opening quarter with the Warriors leading 3-0. Gramstead gets the snap, hands it off. And Connor McQuillian is going to run forward before he is going to be stopped by Gabriel Van Winkle at the 43-yard line, 44. Looks like they'll mark it, 44-yard line. A gain of 2, which brings up 2nd down and 8. Gramstead, McQuillian, and also Michael Story. Those are 3 big names in NAIA football. All-American players. Some of the best at their position on this level. 2nd down and 8 from the Red Raider 44. One man in motion, snap to Gramstead, wants to throw, dumps it off, it's complete, and that's going to be a 1st down. The Warriors came with a blitz, and Gramstead was just able to get rid of it before the pressure got in the backfield. Ty Schaefer makes the catch, and that moves the chains for Northwestern. So the ball rests at the Midland 48-yard line, where it's 1st down and 10 yards to go. 4:06 left to go here in the opening quarter. Midland leading the Red Raiders 3-0. As Northwestern breaks the huddle, there will be 3 receivers and 2 running backs in this formation. 1st down and 10. Snap to Gramstead. Looks over the middle. Now we'll dump it off right side. It's complete. Catch is made at the 40-yard line. And tackled out of bounds will be Logan Meyer, the junior running back from Alfred, Iowa. But another 1st down here for Northwestern. One thing you see that Gramstead does very well is he stands tall in the pocket, doesn't get flustered against the pressure, and does a great job checking down on his receivers. It's going to bring up 1st down and 10 with the ball at the Midland 38-yard line. 3:10 and counting in the opening quarter, with Midland leading by a score of 3-0. Michael Story is the wide out wide to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Gramstead gets the shotgun snap, throws it far left side. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Story. That ball might have got a little bit away from Gramstead on the play. On the coverage was Trayton Davis-Reed, the Spokane, Washington native who led the Warriors in tackles last week at Morningside. So it's going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the Midland 38-yard line. 2:56 left to go here in the first. 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Gramstead gets the shotgun snap. Some pressure. He's going to be hit and sacked. The pocket broke down and able to shoot through and get to the quarterback was Burton Brandt, the junior from Unadilla. So the Warriors brought pressure from the linebacker spot up the middle, and it paid off. So now it's going to be a 3rd down. The ball back in the Midland 44-yard line. It's a loss of 6. So it's now 3rd down and 16 yards to go. 2:20 to go here in the opening quarter.
And the crowd is definitely getting into it.
Snap back to Gramstead. Now we'll dump it over the middle. It's complete. Catch was made, but I think the knee was down on the grab. Yep, and it's going to be short of the 1st down. As making the catch was Peyton Carroll. And he went down to a knee to make the catch at the 33-yard line, which is going to be about 5 yards short of the 1st down. So it's going to be 4th down. And now the field goal unit comes out here for the Red Raiders. And on to attempt the field goal is Eli Stater. And this is going to be a 50-yard attempt. Angled just inside the right hash mark. Snap is back, the hold, the kick is low, and it is going to be no good. So Stater's 50-yard field goal attempt is no good, and Midland will take over with 1:19 left to go in the first, and the Warriors lead by a score of 3-0. So a good stop by the Midland defense, and they were able to use some pressure. to get to the quarterback.
And that's exactly what they wanted to do. They also were able to kill the quarter, really. You have a minute 19 left, and now Midland has the ball back. So
1st and 10 for Midland from their own 33-yard line. Garrison Beach in the pistol formation with Dankert behind him. Beach gets the snap. Will play action. Run pass option. Delivers it off to Anderson, who makes the catch. And he will be hauled out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Brody Anderson making the grab. And a high percentage play there for Midland. That results in an 8-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2. The ball's at the Midland 41-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Midland leading by a score of 3-0. There are 2 receivers to the right of formation. 1 man coming in motion. And it'll be a handoff up the middle to Dankert looking for a hole. Cuts back. And then it'll be dropped as he is close to the first down marker. Jessen Ranking, the junior from Kingsley, Iowa, makes the stop. Looks like he might be just a little bit short. And we'll see if Midland will run a play here before the end of the quarter. I would assume not, as it looks like the sideline's starting to walk to the other end of the field. So unless Northwestern stops the clock here, we're going to go to the end of the quarter break with Midland in front. But I know Coach Shamrock's going to be pleased with what he's seen his offense manufacture so far, and the defense also getting a stop. So that is going to wrap up the first quarter of play. At the end of 1, the Midland Warriors lead the top-ranked Northwestern Red Raiders by a score of 3-0. Second quarter action coming up after we take a timeout on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the 3rd Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com. Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska, home of the Midland Warrior football team, as they are taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Quick first quarter. It took 24 minutes of actual time, and Midland leads at 3-0. It'll be a 3rd down and a yard with the ball at the Midland 42-yard line. The Warriors now going from left to right, and we've got a whistle, and we're going to have a false start, as the Warriors will get flagged for the 2nd time today on a false start situation. Jacob Jones was in a quarterback. So false start against Midland. It was Weston Ryman, the backup right guard, who moved prior to the snap. So now instead of 3rd and 1, the Warriors are looking at 3rd down and 6 with the ball at their own 37-yard line. Ready for the first official play of the second quarter. Midland leads 3-0. Garrison Beach back at quarterback now. Gets the snap. Rolls to his right. Looks downfield. Delivers a pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Toward the sideline, intended for Tariq Brown. On the coverage was Gavin Lorenzen, and Midland will be forced to punt the ball away. So Northwestern gets a stop on defense, and now Midland with an opportunity here to try to pin Northwestern back deep if they can get a good placement punt coming up here from Zach Hodge. Back deep for Northwestern is Mr. Utility Man, Ty Schaefer. Not only is he a kick returner and a wide receiver, he's also the long snapper for Northwestern, so he's got his hand on the football most of the day. 4th down, snap back to Hodge, goes up to get it, and here's his running rugby-style punt that angles to the right side, bounces at 35 and goes out of bounds. And Northwestern gets much better field position out of this than the Warriors were hoping for. It was a high snap, and Hodge had to go up and bring it down. And as that rugby-style punt he wants to do, kick it off the side of his foot and kind of have it draw back, if you will, for a golf term. but it just fluttered off to the right side and went out of bounds at the Northwestern 30. So the Red Raiders with good field possession to begin this drive. First down and 10. 14:47 to go in the second quarter, and Midland leading Northwestern by a score of 3-0. So the Red Raiders getting ready to go to work, as Jalen Gramstead will now have his Red Raiders go against the wind for the first time today. Gramstead gets the snap, and he's going to hand it off to his tailback, who goes off the right side, Connor McQuillan. McQuillan takes it off the right and picks up a couple. Actually, they're going to move the ball to the 34-yard line, where it's going to be second down and 6 yards to go. Second down and 6 coming up for Northwestern. 14-18 to go in the second, a 3-0 Midland lead. Gramsted's got 5 receivers, 3 tight left, 2 tight right. Gramstead gets the snap, fires it to the right side. It's going to be complete, and this is the tailback, Connor McQuillan, who makes the grab and is able to take it just over the yard to gain for the first down. So Connor McQuillan gets the reception, and it's 1st and 10 now for Northwestern from the Red Raider 40-yard line. 13:50 to go in the opening quarter, or I beg your pardon, second quarter. And Midland leads it 3-0. A 22-yard field goal by Jerry Quinones on the game's opening drive, a drive that took 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Gramstead gets the snap, play action, fires a pass over the middle, complete. First down. Making the catch, Ty Schaefer over the middle on a ball that Gramstead fired over the middle toward his receiver. And the Red Raiders now have first down and 10 yards to go. That ball had zip on it against the wind. So Gramstead showing his arm. The ball is at the Midland 46-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Gramstead and a modified pistol gets the snap. Play action, fires the near side, complete. Story has it and had it knocked out of bounds. It was fumbled out of bounds, but it will remain Northwestern football. Michael Story on the catch, and Trayton Davis-Reed knocked it out of his hands on the tackle, but it's still good for a Northwestern first down. It's a Northwestern team that averages 27 first downs per game, so they move the football. And when Northwestern's clicking, they're averaging about 9 yards per play this season. First down and 10, the ball at the Midland 35. Gramstead gets the snap, hands it off, and McQuillan will cut back, drags a Warrior with him to the 30 before he's brought down on the play. Connor McQuillan, strong running that time. Looked like it wasn't going to go for much, but he was able to pick up 6 yards in the play. So it brings up second down and 4 yards to go. 12:07 to go in the second quarter. A 3-0 Midland lead. Red Raiders will send Schaefer and 2 more receivers off to the right side. Cooper Spees and Will Bunn. Gramstead on second down, gets the snap, fires it quickly right side, complete. And this is Schaefer, who will get out to about the 20-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Actually knocked down inbounds at the 17-yard line. And that's another Red Raider first down. So like Midland did against the wind, high percentage passing, short passes with good blocking in front. Northwestern doing the same here on this drive. And this drive began at the Red Raider 30-yard line after a Zach Hodge punt. First and 10 with the ball at the Midland 17-yard line. Gramstead calls the count. Gets the snap, slings the pass left side, dropped. It was going to be a wide receiver screen intended for Cooper Spees, but he looked like he was looking upfield a little bit before the ball arrived and could not hold on. So Spees cannot make the grab, and it will bring up second down. Second down and 10 yards to go. The ball at the Midland 17-yard line. 11:06 to go here in the second quarter. Midland leading 3-0. Receiver to the right side, Peyton Carroll, the tight end. 3 receivers go left. On second down, Gramstead checks the defense, gets the snap. Little pressure over the middle, delivers, and it's going to be caught inside the 10-yard line And it should be first down and goal to go for the Red Raiders. Making the grab was Austin Gerard. Again, Midland bringing pressure that time, but Gramstead just able to get rid of the ball in time. It is going to be first down and goal to go with the football at the Midland 7-yard line. Down under 11 minutes to go here in the first half. It is a 3-0 Midland lead. Red Raiders will send Michael Story and Austin Gerard wide to the right. Shotgun formation. McQuillan goes in motion out of the backfield. Here's the snap. Sling pass to the right side. Caught by McQuillan, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds. Trayton Davis-Reed able to get over there and knock him out at the 6, where it's going to bring up a second down and goal to go. So a gain of a yard. Good job by the linebacking core for Midland to quickly get to the football. Play looked like it was set up well before the Warriors were able to get to the ball. Under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. 3-0 Midland. Red Raiders taking their time calling the play in the huddle. Gerard goes to the right side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Snap. Play action. Running to his right is Gramstead. And he's hit, and he will be stopped. Good pursuit to get to the quarterback. Able to get there for Midland was Jay Ballard, the freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. And it's going to bring up third down. So a loss of a yard back to the 7-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage here for Northwestern. Third down and goal for the Midland 7. Coming up on 9 minutes left to go in the half. 4 receivers, 3 to the left. Gramstead gets the snap. Wants to throw. Sets, fires, and it's going to be incomplete. A penalty flag on the play. It was intended for Michael Story and knocked down, but I believe the defensive back had his arm wrapped around Story, and we're going to have a pass interference call here. So this will give Northwestern a first down situation. Does it look like defensively? Xavier Green, the all-conference linebacker for Midland, had his arm wrapped around the wide receiver. Good play with the right hand, illegal play with the left.
Yeah, but don't look at the left side. Only see what's going on to the right.
So now it's first down and goal to go. And the ball is at the Midland 2-yard line.
Would have been a great stop, but it just was small mistakes.
Right. 8:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Northwestern threatening to take the lead. Austin Gerard goes wide to the left. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Gramstead hands it off to McQuillan up the middle. Stacked up. Got to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. Before he got pushed back in the play by UET Mo. They'll mark the ball just inside the 2, so a gain of about a length of the football. And it's second down and goal to go. Officially, the ball is now at the 1-yard line as it's inside the 2. Second and goal, a flanker each way. Wildcat formation. Snap. Holding onto the ball left side and diving into the end zone for a touchdown is going to be Logan Meyer. Meyer at the running back spot was able to take the snap and fake the handoff to the quarterback. Gramstead going in motion. And Meyer puts Northwestern on the board and in the lead with 8:06 to go here in the second quarter. Officially a 1-yard touchdown run by Logan Meyer. So the Red Raiders now lead it by a score of 6-3. And on for the point after, Eli Stater. Snap back, placement down, extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:06 to go in the second quarter, the score is Northwestern 7 and Midland 3. And kickoff is coming up next on MidlandAthletics.com and VSDN.
Fall has arrived, and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
It's Midland Warrior football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
The Northwestern Red Raiders on the board for the first time today. A 70-yard drive that results with a touchdown run of 1 yard from Logan Meyer. And Eli Stater with the extra point. And puts Northwestern on top by the score of 7-3 with 8:06 left to play here and in the second quarter. All in all, great effort that we've seen from Midland here in the first half. Give Northwestern a lot of credit to put together that scoring drive against the wind and able to take advantage of a pass interference call on Midland in the end zone. Stater with a kickoff. It holds up into the breeze, and Midland will field it at the 19-yard line. Return to the 20, 25, cutting back at the 26-yard line and dropped at the 27 on the play will be Kalen Coates on the return. And Midland's offense will go to work. 7:59 left to go here in the second quarter. Northwestern leading Midland by the score of 7-3. Now, if you're the Warriors, what you want to see is a very productive drive like you saw to begin the ball game, but also doing it with the wind at your back here. So Midland will start at its own 27. Beach will shift Anderson and Lacey to the left side of the formation. Now Lacey comes in motion. Snap to Beach, turns, hands it to Dinkert. Dinkert cuts back, tripped up as he falls forward and gets back to about the line of scrimmage. He cut back and looked like he had a hole initially, but Tristan Mulder came up and was able to take his ankle out from underneath of him and drop him for no gain in the play. So now Midland is looking at second down and 10 yards to go. Another reason the Warriors would like to put together a long drive and score here is to keep the ball out of the hands of Northwestern before the end of the half, because Northwestern will get the ball to begin the third quarter of play.
Well, obviously you want to have go down and get a touchdown with like 2 seconds left of the half.
Beach under pressure, steps up, steps out of the look, now looks downfield, takes off, runs 30, 35, and scampers out of bounds. There's a penalty flag in the play. We'll see what this is going to be. Initially, you'd think it might have been a hold, but one of the Warriors, Brody Anderson, had his helmet ripped off in the process. So now the officials will get together and discuss it. I thought initially there was a hold on Midland. So Randy Hagedorn and Ted Downey are going to talk things over. This is a very experienced NAIA crew. Randy Hagedorn will make sure he gets all the information correct here before he relays it to us. And he says,
Personal foul, hands to the face, keep they're going to cross on 15 yards to begin the run. The Midland player may also stay in the game because the helmet was taken off from the foul.
All right, so it's a personal foul. Illegal hands to the face on Northwestern. And it's a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Before we resume play here, they got to pick up a flag, which is back in the Midland backfield. So Ted Downey will go back and receive his flag. And now Midland has a first down and 10 with the ball at the Northwestern 47-yard line. I believe that's the first penalty on Northwestern here today. 7:09 left to go, second quarter. Northwestern leads Midland 7-3. Two receivers to the left. One man coming in motion. That's Wald. Snap to Beach. Keeps it himself to the right side. Cuts back. Gets to the 45. Spun around and dropped at about the 43-yard line. Well-designed play. Good blocking up front. Making the stop was Jawan Grant, the senior. I beg your pardon. Tristan Voss, the sophomore from Rogersville, Missouri, on the stop. So it's going to bring up second down. After a 4-yard pickup, second down and 6 yards to go. Coming up on 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, with Northwestern leading 7-3. Midland has 4 receivers, 2 each way. Wald goes in motion out of the backfield to the right. Now it's an empty set 5-receiver formation. Beach awaits the snap. Wald goes in motion. And a handoff to Wald around the left side. Follows blockers at the 40. I beg your pardon. It was a keep by Beach. What a fake.
Yeah,
Beach.
that faked everybody.
Yeah, Beach held on to it. And he is going to be brought down just short of the first down marker. So it's going to bring a third down and a yard to go. The football is at the Northwestern 38-yard line. 5:46 to go in the second quarter. The Red Raiders lead it by a score of 7-3. One flanker each way. Tight end, Lacey, tight to the left. Anderson tight to the right. Snap to Jones, who's in a quarterback now. Follows his blockers, and he will stretch the ball forward as a Red Raider lost his helmet. No, a Midland player lost his helmet. That was Jordell Lacey. But it's a first down carry by Midland quarterback Jacob Jones. 6'4", 220, junior out of Omaha. And he's got a big frame and continues to lean forward. So it's first down and 10 with the ball at the Red Raider 35-yard line. 5:24 to go before halftime. And again, the Warriors and Red Raiders both have 3 timeouts remaining if they need them. Beach checks his wristband now and brings Brown in motion. And will hand off to Markey coming the other way, and that did not develop. It was blown up in the backfield by Tristan Mulder. Mulder able to get in the backfield and make the tackle on that delay handoff to the right side. So for one of the few times today, Midland is backed up into a behind-the-sticks situation, second down and long, with the ball now at the Red Raider 38, second down and 13. So we'll see if for the first time today we see Garrison Beach maybe try to throw something over the middle. 2 receivers left side, tight end to the right. Man in motion is Orr. Play action, pressure. Beach steps up, he's sacked. Play just took too long. Yes, coming off the left edge was Jessen Ranking, the junior from Kingsley, Iowa, to make the tackle for loss. So now the Warriors are going the wrong direction. Looking at third down and 19 with the ball at the Red Raider 44-yard line. 4:09 and counting. So still plenty of time here in the half. If you're Midland here, you just try to pick up as much as you can here before. Obviously, you want to pick up the first down, but get as much as you can if you can't pick it up to set up a punting situation. 3 receivers, 2 on the left side. Beach gets the snap, dropping back, sets up a little screen, complete to Brown. He steps out of a tackle, works his way across the field, bounces off the umpire, gets to the 35, and tackled at about the 32-yard line. So we got most of the yardage back. And did a nice job to stay on his feet. And Jared Quinones is going to come out here, Kelly. This is going to be a monster field goal attempt. We saw a 50-yard attempt from Stater earlier for Northwestern, which missed. Quinones is going to come on and attempt one a similar variety. This one looks like it is going to be from 49 yards away. Angle from left side with the wind at his back. Trying to cut this to a 1-point game. Prussia to do the holding. Snap it back, placement's down. Quinones kick on the way. Got the leg, and it is good. 49-yard field goal from the All-Conference, All-America honorable mention Jared Quinones. And with 2:57 to go before halftime, Northwestern's lead over Midland is 1. The score is 7-6. The kickoff is coming up next on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything, now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should.
Welcome back to Heatham Field right here in Fremont, Nebraska, home of Midland Warrior football taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
49-yard field goal from Jerry Quinones makes it a 7-6 ball game, and the kickoff will end up 5 yards deep in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Red Raiders will go back to work at their 25-yard line. 2:57 to play here in the second quarter. Northwestern leading Midland 7-6. Warrior scores have come off the foot of Jerry Quinones, a 22-yard field goal in the first quarter, and then just booting in a 49-yard field goal a moment ago. The Red Raiders score came with 8:06 to go in the second, a 1-yard touchdown run by Logan Meyer, and Stater with the extra point. So here's a real opportunity for Northwestern. Coach McCarty would like to see his team get points on the board before halftime, and then get their hands on the ball to begin the third quarter to try to make something happen even more. So all with that, it's an important defensive stand here for Midland that is needed. Peyton Carroll goes in motion. Snap to Gramstead. Fires a pass. It's going to be caught at the 35-yard line. Making the grab and getting out of bounds is Michael Story. It'll officially goes an 11-yard completion to the 36, where it's first down and 10 yards to go. 2:42 and counting here in the second quarter. Northwestern leading Midland 7-6. Red Raiders taking their time here in the huddle. As they break, Gerard goes left side. Two receivers right, and now Gramstead wants to shift Gerard over to the right side of the formation. First and 10. Snap to Gramstead. Under some pressure, hit, got away. Now throws, and that ball's going to be complete and a lot of room to run. 40, 35, 30, down the sideline, Gerard, and he'll step out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Great presence by Gramstead to run up near the line of scrimmage, and it was near the line but not over it, and completed that pass that goes all the way down to the 15-yard line to Austin Gerard. It's a 49-yard pass completion, and it's first down and 10. That's the biggest play of the day for either team. And just like that, the Red Raiders have a first and 10 from the Midland 15-yard line. A minute 37 to go in the second. 7-6 the Red Raiders. Gramstead in the pistol. He's getting snap, play action. Fires a pass, deflected, and intercepted. Picked off by the Warriors. It was deflected by Dane Christensen and intercepted by Carter Wagner. So that's the first turnover of the day, and boy, the Warriors needed that one right there. It's exactly what those defensive coaches teach you to do. If you can't get to the ball or the quarterback, get your hands up. Christensen did that, deflected the pass, and able to reach out and grab it was Carter Wagner for the pick. So now Midland's got the football with a minute 26 to go in the half, and all three timeouts remaining. First and 10 for Midland from the Warriors' 7-yard line. And now an option to the left side, and running the ball near the boundary and getting out of bounds was Max Wald. Chased out of bounds by Tristan Moeller. It is going to be a second down. Garrison Beach gets the snap, rolls to his right, looks downfield, fires over the middle. It's going to be caught. First down. Going down to his knees to make the grab was Shane Orr. Beach slow to get up after taking a hit in the backfield. And he's slowly working his way back to the line of scrimmage. 53 seconds to go in the half here. Beach on first down gets the snap, wants to throw, looks over the middle, dumps it over, and it's going to be incomplete. A little bit behind his intended receiver, Tariq Brown, coming over the middle on a crossing pattern. As that pass falls incomplete, it brings up second down. Beach on the previous play, when he got knocked down, had his right shoulder pad flap come out of his jersey, and now gets that adjusted. So it's going to be second down and 10 with the ball at the Midland 27-yard line. Again, if the Warriors can get a chunk play or two here, all of a sudden you might be in Quinones field goal range again. 3 receivers to the left. Snap back to Beach, looks over the middle. Pass protection breaking down, dumps it off to Wald. Wald makes the catch, and he will get out of bounds at about the 27 or 28-yard line. It'll stop the clock. A gain of a yard brings up third down and 9. 35 seconds to go before halftime. On a third down play here, you might think about something moderate to deep over the middle and elect to use one of the 3 timeouts that you have left. Three receivers for Midland, 2 wide to the left. In motion goes Orr. Snap to Beach, dropping back. Sets, fires it over the middle. It's going to be deflected and intercepted. Picked off at the 48-yard line and then returned to about the 45. It was just deflected before the Midland receiver had a chance to get his hands on the ball. And picked off on the play by Northwestern. And so Midland turns it over for the first time today. And Northwestern's got the ball with 24 seconds to go before halftime. And they have it at the Midland 45-yard line. So defensively, you can't let up here for Midland because you give up a chunk play, and the Red Raiders might get in a field goal position. And again, Northwestern still has 3 timeouts left. 7-6, Northwestern leads it. Jalen Gramstead takes the shotgun snap, play action, drops back, under pressure, being chased, flushes to his right, looks downfield, sets, throws deep, and that ball is going to be deflected incomplete. Intended down at the 6-yard line. So Gramstead really extended that play. As the pass falls incomplete, it stops the clock with 11 seconds left to go before the half. So they'll bring the ball back to the line of scrimmage, which is the Midland 45-yard line. And 11 seconds left to go before halftime. It was not a bad idea by Gramstead because if you throw it deep, you either get a catch or an interception, and that is a good situation. And now Northwestern will use one of its 3 timeouts. Timeout call with 11 seconds to go before halftime. The Red Raiders lead Midland 7-6. Back with more in a moment. This is Midland Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the 3rd Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com. Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
It's Midland Warrior Football right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Red Raiders use one of their 3 timeouts. It is a first down and 10. The ball at the Midland 45-yard line. 11 seconds to go before halftime. Red Raiders lead 7-6. Snap to Gramstead. Dumps it over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for Austin Gerard. Closest defender to him was Burton Brandt. And it was a crossing pattern. Looked like it was going to set up for some pretty good yardage. But the pass is incomplete, so it brings up a third down. That took just 4 seconds off the clock. So it's third down and 10 with the ball at the Midland 45-yard line. One of those days, Kelly, that if you have small children, hold on to them.
Oh, definitely.
If they jump in the air, they'll end up in Hoover. The wind is just howling. Third down and 10 from the Midland 45. Gramstead gets the snap, fires it quickly right side, complete to Carroll, the tight end, breaks the tackle inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And Northwestern will use a timeout here with 1 second left on the clock. So it'll present one more play. And let's see what Northwestern does here. If they bring out Stater, the kicker. And if you do so here, you're looking at about a 45-yard attempt into a tremendous breeze. And
it's got to be gusting into the 40s.
Oh, it must be, yeah. But to kick this direction from this distance
with this wind,
yeah, is...
Well, if you have a lot of faith, maybe you're praying that the wind will die just at the right moment.
That could be the case as well. Yep. So Stater will come on.
I don't think that's necessarily the proper plan for...
Right. All right, so Stater will come on and will line up for a 45-yard field goal attempt here on what could be the final play of the half.
And they've already missed a field goal attempt this game already.
Right. That was with the wind. This is against the wind from 45 yards. Snap back, placement's down, kick is on the way. It's going to be well short. Yep, it's going to land about 7 yards deep in the end zone, and that will take us to halftime. So an entertaining first half of football from Needham Field in Fremont, where the top-ranked defending national champion Northwestern Red Raiders lead the Midland Warriors by 1 point, 7-6 the score here at halftime. Stand by, our halftime report is coming up next. You're watching Midland Warrior football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything, now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
It's Midland Warrior football live from Edam Field in Fremont, Nebraska, as they're taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders. And I would say this is the last summer blast of weather, hopefully, that we'll be getting. It's like 90 degrees outside with a 40-mile-an-hour gale.
That's exactly how to describe it. That's right. On my phone, it says 91, and my hair has moved. So, yes, it's blowing at 40 miles per hour. He's Kelly Johnson. I'm Rich Wright. Entertaining first half. Top-ranked Northwestern leading Midland by a score of 7-6. But the script has pretty much gone the way the Warriors would have liked it so far, trying to keep the ball out of the hands of Northwestern. And, nice high-percentage plays put together by Midland so far. Not a lot of mistakes. And the lead for the visitors from Orange City is 1. It's 7-6. Midland got on the board with 5:49 to go in the opening quarter after a 9-minute and 11-yard drive to begin the game. A 22-yard field goal by Jared Quinones puts Midland up by the score of 3-0. And then the Red Raiders able to take the lead for the first time in the second quarter with 8:06 to go in the second. Logan Meyer carries the ball in from 1 yard out. And Eli Stater with the extra point makes it a 7-3 Northwestern lead. Midland came back and got a 49-yard field goal by Jerry Quinones with 2:57 left to go before halftime to make it a 7-6 ball game. Both teams turned over on their next possessions, and then a field goal attempt into the wind from 45 yards away by Stater came up about 7 yards short, and that's where at halftime 7-6 is the score. Let's look at some of the stats. For Northwestern, 13 first downs. Red Raiders have carried the ball 7 times for 7 yards. Through the air, Northwestern 13 out of 19 for 173 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Total offense for Northwestern, 26 plays, 180 yards. Midland has 8 first downs, has carried the ball 20 times for 57 yards. Through the air, Midland is 8 out of 13 for 74 yards, no touchdowns and 1 interception. Total offense, Midland has run 33 plays for 131 yards. Individually, for the Red Raiders, Jalen Gramstead is 13 and 19 throwing the football for 173 yards, no touchdowns and 1 interception. Rushing-wise, just 3 Red Raiders have carried the ball. Jalen Gramstead, 2 carries for -7 yards. Logan Meyer, 1 carry for 2 yards and a touchdown. And Connor McQuillan, 4 carries for 12 yards. Receiving, Logan Meyer's caught 1 pass for 10 yards. Connor McQuillan, 2 receptions for 7. Michael Story, 2 catches for 22. Ty Schaefer, 3 catches for 34. Austin Gerard, 3 catches for 72 yards. And Peyton Carroll has 2 catches for 28. For Midland, Garrison Beach is 8 out of 13 throwing the football for 74 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Tariq Brown has carried the ball 1 time for 6 yards. Tyson Dinkert, 2 carries for 4. Maximus Wald, 4 carries for 16. Levi Markey, 1 carry for -3. Kalen Coates, 1 rush for 3 yards. Garrison Beach has 8 carries for 25 yards. And Jacob Jones has 3 carries for 6. Receiving-wise, Tariq Brown has caught 2 passes for 18 yards. Maximus Wald, 1 reception for 1 yard. Shane Orr, 3 catches for 35. Brody Anderson has caught 1 ball for 8 yards. And Jordell Lacey has 1 catch for 12. Defensively, Northwestern has been led by Cody Mosier. He's got 5 tackles on the day. Clayton Bozema also with 5 tackles. But the top Red Raider has been Ben Kingering. He has 8 tackles total, and 5 of those have been assisted. For Midland, the leading tackler so far has been Trayton Davis-Reed. He's got, Xavier Green. Green has 4 tackles on the day and also 1 tackle for loss of 1 yard. So that's where we stand here at halftime. Northwestern is leading Midland by the score of 7-6. The Red Raiders will get the ball to begin the third quarter of play. We'll come back and see what other sporting events are going on in the Great Plains Athletic Conference today after we take a timeout. Again, your halftime score. Top-ranked Northwestern leads Midland 7-6. More coming up in a moment. This is Midland Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Fall has arrived, and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the 3rd Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze. Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the 3rd Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience. So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Fall has arrived, and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
It's halftime at the Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska. Midland Warriors taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders, and we have had one half of game and 1 point difference. And that's actually, is that surprising to you, Mr. Rich Ray?
I think not so much surprising, but well received for the Midland players and coaches on how they've been able to play this first half of football. There was one turnover, but it didn't hurt them. And penalties-wise, just one penalty that almost was needed to break up a pass in the end zone. But the Northwestern turned it into points. But the script is just the way Coach Shamrock's liked it right now. I mean, control the time of possession, keep the ball out of the hands of Northwestern, use the gale force wind to your advantage right now. And Midland has themselves right in this football game, down by 1 by a score of 7-6. So it'll be very interesting to see how things develop here in the second half. Northwestern will get the ball to begin the third quarter. Other games going on in GPAC football today. At halftime in Crete, Morningside is leading Doane by a score of 24-0. And Hastings, Dort is leading Hastings just before halftime, 24-7. That's Hastings' homecoming game today as well. As far as other football is concerned today, Briar Cliff plays tonight at Concordia as that gets underway at 6 o'clock this evening. And that is part of the GPAC schedule that is taking place today. We got women's hockey, or I beg your pardon. Yeah, women's hockey at 4 o'clock today, and then women's soccer coming up at 6:30 tonight. Also going on tonight, Dakota Wesleyan plays at Mount Marty on the football field in Yankton this evening. And other action to report right now. In men's soccer in Orange City, Jamestown and Northwestern are scoreless going into halftime. And volleyball, Mount Marty is playing at Northwestern. They'll get underway here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Concordia plays at Morningside in volleyball. Hastings will be at Jamestown. Midland is at Briar Cliff. Midland women, ranked 10th in the country, got upset last night. Got beat by Morningside 3-0 in Sioux City. So the Warriors are trying to salvage a split out of this trip to the Siouxland area this weekend. Doane playing at Dakota Wesleyan in volleyball. College of St. Mary is at Dort. Men's soccer has Concordia at Dakota Wesleyan today. Women's soccer, Jamestown is at Northwestern. Men's soccer, Briar Cliff is at Doane. On the women's soccer side, Concordia is at Dakota Wesleyan. And men's soccer, Morningside plays at Hastings later today. Tonight, as I mentioned, at 6:30, Midland takes on College of St. Mary here at 6:30 at Heatham Field. You'll see it right here on MidlandAthletics.com. Briar Cliff women play at Doane coming up later tonight. Morningside at Hastings late tonight. And Waldorf. The Waldorf competition at Union College for today was canceled, not being played today as well. We also have Midland women's hockey coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon at the Sidner Ice Arena. Midland women's hockey team defeated Minot State 3-1 last night, and they're trying to go for the weekend sweep over the Beavers coming up at 4 o'clock today. So we're at halftime from Heatham Field in Fremont. The Northwestern Red Raiders lead the Midland Warriors by a score of 7-6. We'll take a break and get ready for the third quarter action after we take a timeout of our own. You're watching Midland Warrior football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze. Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience. So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything, now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the 3rd Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze. Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the 3rd Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience. So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Welcome back to Heatham Field for the second half of Midland Warriors versus the Northwestern Red Raiders right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Well, if you like defense, you like the first half, 7-6, Midland with the lead, or I beg your pardon, Northwestern with the lead. But Midland's got to feel real good about themselves right now as they held on to the ball for almost 17 minutes in the first half. And most of that came on the opening drive when they put together a 9-minute and 11-second drive, which resulted in 3 points. It is 7-6. Northwestern won the coin toss to begin the contest, deferred to the second half. And Jerry Quinones is going to get ready to kick off here, but because of the wind that we have here today, the ball keeps falling off the tee. So coming up to hold the ball will be Futury Lewis, senior from New Orleans, and the back judge comes up and has to indicate that Lewis has to make sure he stays behind that 35-yard line as he holds the ball on the tee. So Quinones, let's see where he places this one. the Red Raiders will receive the ball to begin the third quarter. High end over end kick. Fair catch will be called for, and it is made at the 30-yard line. So we saw the Red Raiders not go for the fair catch earlier, which they probably should have, and that time wisely do so here. All right, very important drive for both teams to begin this third quarter. Northwestern has it at its 31 officially as well to place the ball. And this is a Red Raider team that averages 494 yards of offense per ball game. And in the first half, 180 total on just 26 plays. And of those 180, the largest play was a 49-yard pass completion to Austin Gerard. So as we begin the third quarter, first down and 10 for the Red Raiders. Here's the snap. And running up the middle, Gramstead. He'll get to the 35. He's over the 40, and then will be stacked up and pushed back as he will be right near the first down marker. And Brian Wiles says, yep, it is a first down. So first and 10 on the opening play from scrimmage here in the third.
And Rich has to take a break and hold on to papers because the wind gust just came up. Probably that had to be like a 50-mile-an-hour wind
goodness
gust.
Gracious. Yep. All right, first
Wind
down
tunnel
and
in here.
First and 10. The ball is at the Red Raider 41-yard line. Gramstead in the pistol. Gets the snap. Toss play left side. And McQuillan will get out past the 45 to the 46-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. That's the first toss play we've seen from the Red Raiders today. It'll bring up a second down. The line of scrimmage, the 47. Where it's going to be second down and about a 4 after a 6-yard pickup. Just over a minute gone here in the third quarter. Northwestern leads Midland 7-6. The Red Raider team that averages 42 points per game. Second down and 4. McQuillan in motion out of the backfield. Empty set. Gramstead fakes to the right, runs to the left, puts his head down, and will be tackled. Ball popped loose, but Northwestern back on top of it. Gramstead falling back on top of the ball. So it sets up a big third down right here. No gain officially. Third down and 4. Warrior defense trying to make some noise here. With Northwestern taking the ball, Midland elected to go into the win in the third quarter, so the Warriors will have the win at their back in the 4th. Here's third and 4 from the 47. McQuillan in motion. Gramstead rolls to his right, looks, fires a pass, and it's going to be caught. First down. Michael Story leaps into the air and double coverage and hauls it in for a first down. Big time pitch and catch from Gramstead to Story. And the senior All-American able to make the reception. And it's first and 10 for Northwestern at the Midland 33-yard line. 12.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Northwestern thinking about points here in this opening drive. Two receivers to the left of the formation, Story and Fisher. Gramstead gets the snap, hands it off. McQuillan cuts to his left, takes it over the 30 and down to about the 26-yard line. Good jump cut from right to left by McQuillan to get some space before he was finally wrestled down on the play by Zane Stinger, the junior defensive back at Omaha. So it's a second down. And that's what Northwestern needed there, was good yardage on that first play of the set of downs. Three receivers, hand off to McQuillan, and this play is stopped as there is a false start here on Northwestern. Patrick Gottberg, the senior offensive lineman from Sioux City, moved prior to the snap. He's the left guard. So that'll cost the Red Raiders 5 yards. They'll place the ball at the 31-yard line. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. 11:35 and counting here in the third quarter, with Northwestern leading Midland 7-6. On average in the Jeff Jamrog tenure, when Northwestern has come to Fremont, they've defeated Midland by an average of 3 points per game. There's a long pass down near the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. A diving effort near the back end line by Austin Gerard. A well-thrown ball that only Gerard could get to, and it falls incomplete. So it sets up a third down.
And that's a really tough throw to make, even with the wind helping you, just trying to get that accuracy taken care of with the 40-mile-an-hour wind.
Coach Jamrog on the sideline trying to get some noise from his team and also the fans.
Yep. Crowd is into it today.
3rd and 8 from the 31. Gramstead gets the snap, looks over the middle, got time, fires a pass, complete. First down, Story at the 20, and he will stumble his way down inside the 15-yard line. Michael Story makes the reception. Getting credit for the tackle will be Trey Kingsland, but it's a first down and 10 for Northwestern. Well-thrown ball, very good route run by Story as well. And here are the Red Raiders now in the red zone as they have it at the Midland 13-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. 10:42 left to go in the third quarter. Northwestern leading 7-6. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Snap to Gramstead, rolls to his right, slips as he makes his cut, but moves his way forward inside the 10 and rustled down at about the 8-yard line. Gramstead saw an opening right away and this slammed on the brakes, and his feet stopped and his body just about didn't. Brady Martin makes the tackle, the junior defensive back out of Waverly. So the line of scrimmage is now the 8-yard line. Second down and 5 yards to go. This drive for Northwestern has chewed up 5 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter. Gramstead, 2 receivers left. Shifts McQuillan to his right, takes the snap, gives it to McQuillan, trying to stretch out to the left side at the 5, down there to the goal line. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown. Touchdown for Connor McQuillan. And he extends the Northwestern lead with 9:47 to go here in the third quarter. So the Red Raiders do exactly what they wanted to do there, Kelly.
Yeah.
Take the opening drive, march it down the field, and put it in the end zone. So it's an 8-yard touchdown run by Connor McQuillan. Stater with the point after. Snap back, the hold. The extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. So we have 9:47 left to go in the third quarter. The score is now Northwestern 14 and Midland 6. The kickoff is coming up next on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
It's Midland Warrior football right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
An 8-yard touchdown run by Connor McQuillan is 7th touchdown carrying the ball this season, and this extends the Northwestern lead after the Stater point after. It's now an 8-point cushion. 14-6 is the score, and the Red Raiders will be kicking off from left to right with the wind at their back. So Coach McCarty's got to be very pleased from what he saw on that opening drive of the third quarter, taking it down the field and getting points. And now the ball will be blown off the tee, and Northwestern will have to hold the ball on the tee as Drew Alger will do so. And Midland will have 2 players back deep. You want to make a bet whether they're going to touch the ball at all?
Yeah.
You do want to make a bet?
No.
Okay. They're not going to touch the ball. As this will end up in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. So Midland's offense will go to work for the first time here in the third quarter. And this is where the Warriors, if you're a Warrior fan, you want to see them respond here. Just try to get points. And it's even more difficult now because Northwestern's got momentum. The defense is going to be fired up, and then Midland's got to go against the strong breeze here in the third quarter. 9:47 to go in the third. Northwestern now leading 14-6. And Midland will break its huddle 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Garrison Beach has Brody Anderson to his left. Max Wald is in the backfield. Levi Markey is at a tight end spot at the right as well. One man comes in motion. That's Tyson Dankert now in the backfield. And Dankert will get the handoff to his left. He's able to veer off the left side and pick up a couple yards before he's tripped up on the play. Coming up to help out on the stop was looked like Cole Telford. So it's going to bring up 2nd down. 2-yard pickup. The ball at the 27-yard line. Now, Kelly, you remember, Midland scored on its opening drive of the game, a long 9-minute and 11-second drive that resulted in points. They'd like to see something very similar here. Take time off the clock and preferably get it in the end zone. Beach gets the snap. Play action, rolls left, now delivers a pass, incomplete. A little run pass option to the near side intended for Brody Anderson, but the Warriors just ran out of real estate on the near side as Northwestern defended that well. And on the incomplete pass, it'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down and 8 with the ball at the Midland 27-yard line.
Northwestern definitely has been doing a great job of covering the pass situation and then filling in holes, because you can see sometimes when the run happens, just the indecision trying to find where the hole is, it slows you down and keeps you from getting those yards that you should be getting.
Wald in motion out of the backfield. Snap to Beach. Pressure comes. Rolls to his right. Now throws. It's incomplete. And was trying to find a receiver to the right side at Wald. But the Red Raiders came with a blitz and holds Midland to a 3-and-out. So the script was the way Midland wanted it in the first half. And it began here in the second. Things going exactly how the Red Raiders would like. So it's going to be a punt coming up here. And this is going to be a challenge for Zach Hodge.
Yeah, this is not what they want to do, as have a deep in their own air field punt into the wind.
Schaefer's back deep. He stands at his own 44-yard line. Snap to Hodge. Straightaway punt. And it holds up into the breeze and will be dropped at the Midland 45. Gets a Warrior roll and gets out to about midfield and just over the 50-yard line. I tell you what, Hodge and the Warriors will take that.
Yeah.
Because that's about the best scenario Midland can get out of that. No return. And the ball touchdown just past the 50-yard line where Northwestern will take it over 1st and 10. 8:47 left to go here in the third quarter. They're going to mark the ball right at the 50-yard line. Northwestern leading Midland by the score of 14-6. Later this afternoon at 4 o'clock today, Midland women's hockey team takes on Minot State from inside the nice, cool Sidner Ice Arena. And then 6:30 tonight, Midland women's soccer team takes on the College of St. Mary here at Heatham Field. 1st down and 10 for the Red Raiders from the 50-yard line. Jalen Gramstead brings Story in motion. And now runs the option that way. And we'll pitch it to Story. Story will be chased out of bounds after a pickup of about a yard or 2 on the play. Robert Vega Jr. able to chase Story to the boundary. And one of the Red Raiders' offensive linemen is shaken up. And that is going to be Mitchell Nelson, the freshman offensive lineman from Sioux Falls. He's the starting left tackle. And so he'll be attended to. So we have timeout for an injury with 8:39 left to go in the third quarter. Northwestern is leading Midland 14-6. More in a moment. This is Midland Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Welcome back to Heatham Field. It is Midland Warrior football taking on the Northwest Red Raiders right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Just returning after a timeout for an injury, Mitchell Nelson for Northwestern was shaken up in the play. Was being attended to by both training staffs, and he is getting some help to gingerly walk off the sidelines, and he's going to head on over to, I think he's going to go maybe right on back to they call it the bathhouse here at Heatham Field. Actually, they got a table that's going to get set up back behind the benches here to take a look at him. So don't know exactly what it was, but Nelson is very cautiously and gingerly walking with some assistance off the field. So as we resume play, it is 2nd down and 8 with the ball at the Midland 48-yard line. 8:27 and counting here in the third. Northwestern leads at 14-6. One man in motion. Gramstead gets the snap. Pressure coming. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. A man right in the face of Gramstead. Forcing that pass was Jace Mahoney, the senior from Omaha. And now it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd down play coming up. Midland did a nice job bringing pressure that time. Line of scrimmage remains the Midland 48-yard line. Red Raiders with the lone score here in the 3rd quarter. An 8-yard touchdown run by Connor McQuillan. Northwestern has got to hustle to get this play off. Play clock's down to 4 seconds, and Coach McCarty's going to have to use a timeout here. Timeout by Northwestern comes with 8:20 to go in the 3rd. The score's Northwestern 14 and Midland 6. More in a moment. This is Midland Warrior football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Welcome back to Fremont, Nebraska. Heatham Field, home of Midland Warrior football, taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
With Kelly Johnson, I'm Rich Ray. 8:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 14-6 Northwestern with the lead. The Red Raiders were forced to use the timeout as the play clock was winding down. So here comes a 3rd down from the Midland 48-yard line. Gramstead with 2 running backs behind him. Looking on over to the sideline and now calls out the signals. On the 3rd down play, he'll get the snap. Looks over the middle, Now fires, and it's going to be complete. That's a first down to Carroll, the tight end, inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Well-designed play as things were able to open up over the middle, and Gramstead able to fire it for a first down. It's a tackle made at the 34-yard line, where the Red Raiders have it first down and 10 yards to go. So another set of downs here for Northwestern. And in this third quarter so far, Kelly, Midland has only been able to run 3 plays offensively. So Northwestern has really changed the way the game has been played.
Yeah, they definitely have owned the clock the second half.
First and 10 from the Midland 34. Gramstead gets a low snap, runs to his left. He'll take it to the 30, cuts back at the 25, and spins his way forward for a Northwestern first down. Jalen Gramstead did not think he was down in the play and took off out of that pile and kept running. But he's ruled down after a first down gain to the 22-yard line, a gain of 12 yards in the play. This is what good teams do. When things are not really going your way, they find ways to make plays. They execute their offense, and that's what we see Northwestern do so far. This is a squad on a 17-game winning streak. First and 10 from the Midland 22. Gramstead gets the snap, gives it to McQuillan. He'll jump cut to his left at the 20, at the 15, and they will step out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So another first down for the Red Raiders. As you can hear the wind kicking up again, and again for our listeners and viewers, we do understand what the wind is doing. We're trying to do everything we can to prevent it. But
yeah,
sometimes the weather wins.
Yeah, they've opened up the wind tunnel in here, and that means we get to hear the wind.
First down and 10 with the ball at the 11-yard line. Snap to Gramstead, give to McQuillan, tries to get to the left side. Strung out at the 10, keeps fighting, and works his way down to the 7-yard line. Connor McQuillan, the ball carrier, before Trey Kingsland makes the tackle. But that was a similar type of play that we saw Northwestern score on earlier this quarter. Just the run around the left side and following that big offensive line up front. The ball is placed at the 6-yard line, where it's second down and 5. 5:48 left to go in the third. A 14-6 Red Raider lead. 3 receivers left side, 1 right. Gramstead calls out the signals. Gets the snap. He'll run to his left, follows his blockers, cuts it inside, takes a big hit, leans forward near the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown. Second effort by Jalen Gramstead. He took a big hit at the 2, but popped off of that hit and stretched the ball forward over the goal line into the end zone for the touchdown. So it is a 6-yard touchdown run that comes with 5:31 left to go here in the third quarter. And Jalen Gramstead on a well-designed play just followed his blocker up front, Logan Meyer, the running back. And now makes it 20-6 with Stater's point after upcoming. Doing the holding is Colby Postma. Snap back, placement down, extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. 5:31 left to go in the third quarter. Northwestern now leads Midland 21-6. More coming up in a moment. This is Midland Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
.531 left in the third quarter, and we have the Red Raiders ahead 21-6 over Midland University right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
A couple of impressive drives by Northwestern with a short field. and 2 rushing touchdowns, one by Connor McQuillan, the other by quarterback Jalen Gramstead. And it's now a 21-6 lead in favor of Northwestern. And the ball is going to fall off the tee once again due to the wind here today. Yeah, well, weather-wise, we're looking at it, and you pinned it right, Kelly. This is probably going to be our last warm weather, or hot weather, if you will. But I did not see the wind in the forecast like this today at all whatsoever, not to this extent. Here comes the kickoff, driving kick that will go out the back of the end zone. It is a touchback, and Midland will have it at the 25-yard line as the Warriors, on their opening drive of the third quarter, got held to 3 and out and had to punt it away. And now we'll touch the ball for the second time here in the second half, trailing 21-6. Reminder coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Midland women's hockey inside the Sidner Ice Arena against Minot State. Right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Michael Klein will be in on the call on that one. And then I'll be back here at 6:30 tonight for women's soccer as Midland women take on College of St. Mary.
And I will try to find a way to be everywhere.
Yeah, don't go far away, Kelly. First down and 10 from the 25. Snap to Beach, gives to Dankert. Dankert around the right side is going to get tackled up high and brought down after a gain of about a yard in the play. Able to reach up was Jacob Dragstra and grab Dankert right underneath the chin strap and bring him down on the play. Dankert a little slow to get up, but does make his way up, and now will be subbed out on this next play. It's a gain of a yard, so it's going to bring up second down and 9 yards to go with the ball at the Midland 26-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A 21-6 Northwestern advantage. Beach in the pistol. Gets a snap. Here comes an end around to the near side. It's Kalen Coates looking for blockers. Coates is going to be hit. What an excellent tackle. Stepping up and making the play was Gavin Lorenzen. That was a case of 2 things that happened on that play, Kelly. Number 1, Lorenzen did a great job to get around his blocker to get to the ball carrier. And Coates tried as long as he could to hold up for that block to develop, and maybe just got a little bit impatient. But you got to give Lorenzen all the credit on that play to make that stop. So the line of scrimmage is the 28-yard line. It's third down and 8. Jordell Lacey goes in motion. Beach gets the snap, dropping back. He delivers a pass near side complete. Kalen Coates is going to be wrapped up, and he'll be stopped right at the line to gain. Needed the 35. The official is coming in from the far side right at the 35-yard line. So that should be a first down. I would think. Yeah, the ball plays to the 35-yard line. If it's on the 35, that should be a first down, fellas.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Because the 25 is where the drive began after the... Yep, there we go. Yep, Randy Hagedorn saying the line of gain was gained. All that's got to do is just touch the 35-yard line, and that's exactly where the ball was placed. So, first and 10 for Midland. 3:15 to go in the third. Midland down 21-6. One man in motion is Anderson. Beach gets the snap, play action, fires a pass right side. It's complete. Bouncing to his right and trying to move his way up the field, Streak Brown. And he gets knocked down on the play after he spins his way forward. Brought down at the 39-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4 in the play. Midland looking at second down and 6 yards to go. Warriors are going to substitute up on the offensive line here, it looks as though. Weston Ryman, the junior from Weeping Water, now checking in. He's a backup right guard. Here comes second down and 6 from the Warrior 39-yard line. Beach brings Coates in motion, pitches it to him. Coates turns it upfield at the 40, takes a hit and spun down at the 41-yard line. There is a penalty marker on the play on the far side of the field. So let's see if maybe the Warriors had an illegal formation here. Brian Wiles relaying the information to Randy Hagedorn. And then Randy Hagedorn is going to talk to Matt McCarty for Northwestern and ask him what he would like to do here. All right, Randy. Yep. Illegal formation against Midland, so the Warriors had 5 guys in the backfield on that play. Got to have 7 guys up in the line. The Warriors only had 6. So it cost Midland 5 yards. Northwestern takes the penalty, and Midland is backed up to its own 34-yard line. It's second down, but now 11 yards to go. 3 receivers for Beach. They'll get the snap, dropping back, swing pass over the right side complete, and getting the 35 to the 40. First down, 45 to midfield, spinning his way forward, still on his feet, and finally dropped inside the 45-yard line is Tyson Dinker. That was a well-blocked play for Midland over on the far side of the field.
Why don't we do that over and over again?
From a Warrior perspective, that's right. And it's the biggest offensive play for Midland here today. It'll bring up a first down and 10 with the football at the Northwestern 41-yard line. A minute 33 left to go here in the third quarter, with Northwestern leading 21-6. Red Raiders substituting on defense here quickly. Midland will have 3 receivers, and 2 of which are on the left side of the formation. One man comes in motion, that is Brown. High snap, Beach drops it and falls on top of it. So almost disaster there, but Beach gets back in the ball. The high snap, I believe, threw everything off because Beach was either going to fake the give to Brown or give the ball to Brown, one of the two. And the timing got thrown off in the play. Beach fumbled it but got back on top of it. It's a loss of 6 yards. And now Midland's looking at second down and 16. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. The Red Raiders have dominated the third quarter of play. Leading now 21-6. Here comes second and long. Snap, play action. Beach fires it over the middle, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Throwing against the wind. That ball hit the turf. Kalen Coates tried to haul it in, but it bounced just before it pulled into the palm of his hands. So it's an incomplete pass and brings up third down. That's the challenge, throwing that ball into that strong breeze like that, especially when you're on your back foot against pressure. It's a difficult pass to complete. But the effort was good.
Yeah,
It's
it was.
third and 16. We have 35 seconds left to go here in the third. Northwestern with a 15-point lead, 21-6. Man in motion from right to left. Snap to Beach, play action, fires a pass, complete. This is Brown, and well defended by Northwestern, able to get out to the corner. Was defensive lineman Jacob Dragstra to make that tackle on that wide receiver screen to the near side. And now the Warriors have a decision. It'll be fourth down coming up, but I believe they want to wait until the fourth quarter action to run this next play, as the clock is winding down here in the third. So Northwestern getting 2 rushing touchdowns on that play, on that quarter. And now we've got a whistle. And that is the end of the third quarter. Or was there a timeout called first? No, timeout is run out on the clock here, I believe. Randy Hagedorn's going to tell us what happened. Northwestern calls timeout. All right, so let's leave it right here before we get to the quarter break.
Right.
And with Northwestern doing so, the Red Raiders now have 1 timeout remaining. The reason Northwestern does this...
Well, they're forcing the play.
That's right. They're forcing Midland to punt the ball into the wind as opposed to turning around and either punting it with the wind or potentially running a fourth down play. So Coach McCarty, with a 2-score lead, knows that he can afford to use the weather to his advantage here. A 21-6 Northwestern lead. The Red Raiders next week take on the Hastings Broncos. Midland will be on the road again next week against the Dordt Defenders in Sioux Center, Iowa, before Midland returns home coming up in a couple of weeks to take on the Lancers of Mount Marty. So out of the timeout, Zach Hodge on to punt the ball away. Northwestern has nobody back deep here. So they're just going to let Hodge kick this wherever he wishes. Fourth down and 13 from the Red Raider 44. Snap back to Hodge. Here's his kick. High end over end kick into the wind, and it's going to drop at the 5, and it'll be touched up at the 1, but taking it into the end zone. This should be a touchback, I would believe. We're waiting for the official signal from the officials. Yep, it is a touchback. So it'll be a touchback, and Northwestern will take the ball over at the 20-yard line and they'll be going from north to south when we return to begin the fourth quarter of play. At the end of 3 from Heatham Field, the score is Northwestern 21 and Midland 6. Fourth quarter action coming up next on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to Heatham Field here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Ready to begin the fourth quarter. Northwestern leading Midland by a score of 21-6 on a hot and extremely windy day here in Fremont, Nebraska. The punt by Zach Hodge went into the end zone, so it's a touchback. So Northwestern gets it at the 20, and as we switched over to the fourth quarter, Northwestern now will go into the wind. And now with the Red Raiders, the philosophy's got to be maybe just keep the ball on the ground here. You got a 15-point lead. Gramstead takes a snap, play action, fires it near side, complete to Story. Story cuts inside and will be tackled at about the 30-yard line. That'll be close to a first down. Yes, it is. Michael Story making the grab.
So much for keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Carson Crouch and Robert Vega Jr. in on the tackle for Midland.
But I get what you're saying. Let's burn the clock down, make it just, kind of wrap up the game.
And in the style of football nowadays too, Kelly, Northwestern runs that style where you have a lot of run-pass option. You've got a lot of roll-out passes to your receivers that are out to the corners, and it's almost like a type of running game with high percentage passing. Gramstead gets the handoff, gives to McQuillan. He cuts back to his right, and he will be hit and dropped just over the 30 at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he slipped a little bit there.
Yeah, trying to make his cut. And the Warriors were able to converge on him and bring him down. Moe in on the tackle. And also there for Midland as well was Keaton Smith. So a gain of a yard. Brings up second down and 9 yards to go. Randy Hagedorn coming up here and talking to Midland defensive back Trey Kingsland about something briefly. All right, so here comes second down. 13:43 left to go. Northwestern leading 21-6. Gramstead gets the snap. Some pressure. Fires it far side. It's complete. But the tackle made right away. Trayden Davis-Reed able to tackle Fisher, who made the catch. Or I beg your pardon, Schaefer. Ty Schaefer making the catch. And it's a gain of a yard. So it's going to bring up third down. Big play right here for the Midland defense. They want to try to force a Northwestern punt. The line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line. So we'll call it third down and 7 yards to go. The Red Raiders got to get to the 40-yard line for first down. We've played 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Northwestern leading 21-6. Story will shift on over to the right. So some confusion here by Northwestern how they want to line up. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Red Raiders got to hurry here. They're going to use their final timeout of the ball game. Northwestern will call a timeout, and that's their last one here of the second half. It comes with 12:48 left to play. Northwestern leads Midland 21-6. More coming up in a moment on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN.
Fall has arrived, and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Welcome back to Heatham Field right here in Fremont, Nebraska. And, well, just hold everything down because the wind will take it if you don't. We have the Midland Warriors taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Red Raiders out of their timeout, the final one they've taken in the half, leading 21-6. Snap to Gramstead, looking to throw, near side complete. And the catch is made, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. It was Austin Gerard who made the catch, but the Warriors are able to keep him. Well, let's see, Brian Wiles is coming in. He's standing right near the 40-yard line. If they're going to put him at the 40, that's going to be a first. That's going to be a first down. Wow, Coach Jeff Jamrog does not like that spot, and I tell you what, I don't blame him because it looked from our vantage point that Gerard never got to the 40, but the officials say that he was able to. The only thing I can think of, Kelly, is that if he did stretch the ball as he was being held up and got the ball to the line.
Yeah, but that was. I don't think he did that because the Midland was working on getting that ball out of his arms.
Nonetheless, Gramstead pitches on the option. McQuillan trying to bounce to the outside, but he's hit and tackled in the backfield for a loss. Well defended by the Warriors. Traden Davis-Reed, Trey Kingsland coming up to make the stop. A loss of 5. And now Northwestern's looking at second down and 15. 11:32 left to go here in the ball game. Northwestern leading 21-6, but the script flipped on Midland here in the second half after controlling the time of possession in the first half. Midland has only been able to run 6 plays here in the second half of action. Here's a snap to Gramstead. His pass picked off, intercepted. Returned down the right sideline. It's a pick 6. Traden Davis-Reed. Traden Davis-Reed stepped in front of that pass and takes it into the end zone for the score. A 40-yard interception return for a touchdown, and Midland is right back in this football game.
I guess we'll give him the bad spot to take the pick 6.
Gramstead did not see Traden Davis-Reed. Thank you. 40-yard interception return for a touchdown. I did not hear what Randy Hagedorn said. I'm assuming it is a sideline warning.
Violation, yeah.
So the extra point makes it 21-12. And so Midland will come on for a point after attempt here to try to make this an 8-point game, I believe.
Are they going to go for 2?
They're going to go for 2 here. This is a big, big conversion here because if you don't get it, you're still down 2 scores.
Yeah.
Man in motion from left to right. Snap to Beach, rolls to his right, steps back, wants to throw in the end zone and throws it high, and it's going to be caught. 2-point conversion. Wow, what a gutsy call and play. Jordell Lacey hauls it in. 2-point conversion play to Jordell Lacey. And now with 11:06 to go, Northwestern leading Midland by a score of 21-14. And kickoff is coming up next. This is Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
It's Midland Warrior Football taking on the Red Raiders of Northwestern right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Second turnover of the ball game for Northwestern. And it results in points as Trayden Davis-Reed picks off a Jalen Gramstead pass, officially returning it 36 yards for a touchdown. And Jeff Jamrog rolled the dice with his team down by 9, elected to go for 2. And Beach was able to find Jordell Lacey in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Here's the kickoff, and it will end up going 9 yards deep in the end zone, a touchback. And Northwestern will take it over 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line. So, boy, this game really changed in one play, didn't it, Kelly?
Yeah. There's 2 plays that I think the Warriors would like to do again. One was there was a run going into the end of the wind that took them like 30 yards, and then pick 6. You know, those 2 plays over and over, you'll be good.
If you could just dial them up and know the result will be that way,
exactly, right.
Yeah. Well, now we'll see what the Midland defense can do here again. Again, Northwestern has no timeouts left. The Red Raiders are leading 21-14 with 11:06 to play and going into a gale force wind with no timeouts left. And Gramstead will roll to his right, looks for a hole, cuts back, leaps in the air and takes a hit and is dropped. As able to make the tackle for Midland was Jace Mahoney. He went flying in there, and you probably don't want to see your All-American quarterback jump into the pile high into the air. But the effort was great, but your risk of injury there is huge.
Yeah, that's something that you know, with any type of season left in postseason, you do not want to lose that.
Oh, Midland knows all about that after having to go 5 quarterbacks deep the last 2 seasons. 2nd down and 7 from the Red Raider 23. Man in motion. Gramstead to throw over the middle, complete, and tackle made near the 1st down marker. Making the grab was Ty Schaefer.
And they'll give it to him. Maybe?
Nope, it's going to be short this time. So here comes up 3rd down and a yard. So the Warrior defense looking for help from their hometown crowd here. A big 3rd down play. We're approaching 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Northwestern leads Midland 21-14. The Red Raiders will send 3 receivers in the formation. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Gramstead on 3rd and a yard, gets the snap, gives it to McQuillan. He's got the 1st down and more. 35-40 and off to the races. No one's going to touch him. He is going to go the distance for a touchdown. Connor McQuillan goes 66 yards, and what an answer right there by Northwestern, as they are able to block perfectly on the left side of the line on a 3rd down and 1, and it goes for a 66-yard touchdown run. Huge, huge play for the national champs. So it comes with 9:39 left to go. A 66-yard touchdown run. The 2nd touchdown run of the day by Connor McQuillan.
And then at the end of his run, he's down, and they're saying he's injured over there.
Is he shaken up after the run? He's being attended to. Looks like a leg cramp. Yep, they're trying to stretch out that right calf. And understandably so on a hot day like today. And one of the Warrior defensive players in the near side also suffering from a leg cramp as well, Trey Kingsland, here on the near sideline. But that's exactly the answer that Northwestern needed to come right back. A 3rd down and 1. You know, you're selling out up the middle to take things away, and it was perfectly blocked by the left side of the Northwestern line. And after the first wave of containment up front, there was just nobody there to get to McQuillan.
He just open field.
Yep, he ran the distance. So McQuillan hops up. Obviously, we've talked about the wind in our broadcast here today, and I've been doing this for years, and there's ways that I know how to block the wind, and we can't do it today. It just cannot.
Like
so we apologize for that.
But
I want you to imagine what that's like for the players down on the field as well, because on a hot day today when the wind is blowing, it just dehydrates you. It just immediately like that. And so that's the reason why we saw a couple of leg cramps on that long, long run. Eli Stader's going to come on for the point after. And try to get this back to a 14-point lead. Midland gets a player on here late. All right, 66-yard touchdown run by Connor McQuillan. Snap back, placement down. Stater's extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. We have 9:39 to go in the ball game. Top-ranked Northwestern now leads Midland 28-14. The kickoff is next on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
quite. Welcome back to Heatham Field right here in Fremont, Nebraska. Midland Warrior football going on as they're taking on the Red Raiders of Northwestern.
28-14, Northwestern with the lead after the 66-yard touchdown run by Connor McQuillan. So the Red Raiders will get ready to kick off. Connor McQuillan with the big play here in the fourth quarter. And now the Red Raiders will be kicking into the wind here in this fourth. See if the Midland offense can get things rolling here. Here's the kickoff. Comes to the near side, bounces. That's a free ball, and the Red Raiders are going to jump on top of it. This should be Northwestern football. Northwestern should have this ball. Kyler Fritz was able to get to the ball. Midland never touched it. And even if there's a fair catch there, the ball hit the ground, and Northwestern takes over the football. So a huge special teams gaff by Midland. Randy Hagedorn will explain it. So it is a muffed ball, and it cannot be advanced. It will be Northwestern football, and the Red Raiders have it at the Midland 25-yard line. So that was a live ball that bounced, and Midland did not get on top of it. And Northwestern has it 1st and 10 here at the Midland 25-yard line. 9:38 left to go, and Northwestern leads it by a score of 28-14. So the Red Raiders, Gramstead brings them up on the line. He is going to drop back. Now he delivers a pass, and it's going to be caught by Michael Story inside the 10-yard line at about the 8. So it'll be 1st down and goal to go now for Northwestern. And the Red Raiders have really run their offense very well here in this second half. So the ball is resting at the Midland 8-yard line. Midland was a play away there from getting their hands back in the ball with a chance to tie, but a 66-yard touchdown run, and then Northwestern able to recover the ensuing kickoff. Here's Gramstead. Now he's going to run to his left, takes a big hit and is dropped, and there's going to be a penalty flag that comes in on the play. Personal foul face mask penalty against Midland. It's going to be half the distance to the goal penalty. It'll be a 1st down here for Northwestern. So the clock is at 8:48 remaining in the ball game. And the ball is now at the Midland 5-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal to go. It was Dylan Young who got caught with the face mask penalty. Clock runs with 8:40 to go in the ball game. 28-14, Northwestern with the lead. Red Raiders will. Now Logan Meyer in there at quarterback. He will keep it himself around the right side, pushes his way forward, and then is going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 3 yards in the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and goal to go. Red Raiders riding a 17-game winning streak and play Hastings next week. Midland will be back on the road next week at Dort. Midland trying to snap a 2-game losing streak here today. But time winding down here with under 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and Northwestern with a 2-touchdown lead and looking for more. Story goes wide to the right side. Meyer will be in that Wildcat formation again. Brings the man in motion in Gramstead. He's going to run it to his right, does Meyer, and he'll dive into the end zone for the touchdown. So touchdown Northwestern. Red Raiders extend the lead and was helped out by recovering the kickoff. And this score comes with 7:38 left to go. A 2-yard touchdown run by Logan Meyer, his second rushing touchdown of the ball game. So now makes it a 34-14 lead, largest lead of the day for the Red Raiders. And Stater comes on now for the point after attempt. Snap back, hold down. Stater's extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. So we have 7:38 left to go in the ball game, and Northwestern leads Midland by a score of 35-14. More coming up in a moment. This is Midland Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Back to Heatham Field, top-ranked Northwestern leading Midland 35-14 after a 2-yard touchdown run by Logan Meyer and Stater's extra point. So here comes the kickoff. This kick will go deep. The Warriors are going to go back. They need to get on top of that ball. It is loose again, and Northwestern has covered it again. You've got to be kidding me. Again, a loose ball that hits the turf. The second consecutive kickoff, which Midland doesn't fall on top of the kickoff. Northwestern will take over the ball. And see what they spotted. But the Red Raiders get it again. I know Coach Jamrog is not going to be happy about this. Those are kickoffs that they need to be fielded, and the receivers deceived by the wind a little bit, not being able to make the plays. So Northwestern has it 1st and 10. Cramstead takes it, hands it off to the left side. Ball pops loose. Scramble for it. Midland says that they have the ball. Let's wait and see. Logan Meyer was running the ball. Midland says they have it. And the Warriors have the football. Jace Mahoney comes out of there with the fumble. So the Warriors catch a break. Both teams have turned the ball over 3 times today. And now the Warrior offense has the football and needs to be productive. 7:30 left to go. We're exactly midway through the 4th quarter. Northwestern leading Midland by the score of 35-14. And Midland has 1st down and 10. Beach gets the snap, rocking back to pass. Fires it, right side. Caught for a 1st down, out to midfield. That's Kalen Coates. Tackled on the play by Cole Telford. So it'll be a 1st and 10 at midfield. Actually, at the 49-yard line, I beg your pardon. Beach in 1st and 10 now. Gets the snap, dropping back to pass. Looks, fires it to the right side, and that ball is going to be caught again. And that is Kalen Coates who makes the grab. So 2 plays in which the Warriors throw with the wind at their back. and pick up big yardage. Chunk plays. 1st and 10 now from the Red Raider 34. Snap to Beach. Fires a pass near side. Complete, but slipping as he made the catch was Tariq Brown. But it's a pass completion to the 30-yard line. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 yards to go. 6:23 to go. Midland down 21 and has all 3 timeouts remaining. Beach in the pistol. He's got the snap. Looks to his right. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to take off. He can run if he wants. Now he delivers a pass, and it's intercepted. Threw a pass instead to Beach to the left side. Picked off. Penalty flags go flying after the play. And the officials will have to sort all this out. So a poor decision right there. Beach had so much room in front of him to take off and run, but he elected to throw the ball and tried to dump it between a cornerback and a safety. And Midland turns the ball over. And unfortunately for Midland here, the second half has been disaster. Holding on to the ball. Randy Hagedorn's going to tell us what happened in the scrum. So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Tariq Brown, pulling a player off the pile. And so Northwestern has the ball, plus we'll get 15 yards. So Northwestern will have it at its own 40-yard line. 6:02 left to play in the ball game. And Northwestern leading 35-14. Opportunities have certainly been there for Midland here today, but some self-destruction has taken place by not recovering 2 kickoffs and then a costly pick on that drive. Jalen Gramstead, 1st and 10 from the 40, gets the snap, hands it to McQuillan. McQuillan tries the right side, not much room there, as he's tackled after a gain of looks like about a yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 yards to go. And we're down under 6 minutes left to go in the ball game. Again, Northwestern out of timeouts. The Red Raiders used their final timeout with about 12 minutes to go in the contest. As some time management issues, trying to get snaps off. Had Northwestern chew up those timeouts, but the Red Raiders were in the lead all times that they used those timeouts, so it hasn't really come back to hurt them. Gramstead calls the play. 2nd and 9, gets the snap, runs the option to the right side, takes a hit, and now will be brought down at about the 46. So it looks like a gain of about 5. So it'll bring up a 3rd down. So they'll bring the ball back into the hash mark. So a big 3rd down play for the Midland defense here. Try to get the ball back. 4:48 and counting. Northwestern up 35-14. The lone offensive score for Midland today actually was a defensive score. Traden Davis-Reed with a pick 6, which cut it to a 7-point game at that point. Jalen Gramstead alone in the backfield. Brings a man in motion. Gets the snap. Dropping back to pass. Fires it deep down the left side. It's going to be caught. Story takes it into the end zone. Touchdown. Michael Story scores for Northwestern. Story showed why he's a big-time player right there. And that's a 54-yard touchdown pass. That comes with 4:16 left to play. 54-yard TD pass to Michael Story. From Gramstead. And now Stater is on for the point after. Snap back, hold down. Point after attempt is up, and the kick is good. So we have 4:16 left to go in the ball game, and Northwestern now leads Midland by a score of 42-14. Kickoff is coming up next. This is Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Back at Heatham Field, 54-yard touchdown pass to Michael Story from Jalen Gramstead. And the point after by Stater makes it now 42-14 Northwestern. And remember, at halftime, Northwestern led this ball game 7-6. The Warriors have not recovered the last two kickoffs. Here's a kick, end over end, and it will be fielded at the 14-yard line. Returned up the middle to the near side, and then hauled down on the play. Penalty flag comes in late. Two penalty flags come in late after the play, as Kalen Coates was on the return. And the wind howls once more. So we'll have to sort everything out here. 4:10 left to go in the ball game. It was a good return on that kick into the wind. Two flags resting between the 35 and the 40-yard line after the return. And a long discussion here to sort this out. Reminder, coming up at the top of the hour on BSDN Live and MidlandAthletics.com, Midland Women's Hockey against Minot State. And at 6:30 tonight, Midland Women's Soccer against College of St. Mary. Randy Hagedorn will tell us what happened. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Dominic Abraham of Northwestern, a sophomore linebacker from Garrettson, South Dakota. So they'll tack on 15 yards to the end of the return, and Midland will have the ball in Northwestern territory at the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Midland. 4:10 remaining. Northwestern leads at 42-14. Two receivers left side, one man coming in motion. Snap to Beach. Beach looking downfield. Sats throws it deep. He's got a receiver. Caught. Touchdown. Tariq Brown hauls it in. So a 46-yard touchdown to Tariq Brown. Comes with 4:01 left to go. So Tariq Brown hauls it in from Beach. And now Jerry Quinones coming on for the point after. Snap is back. The hold is down. The point after attempt is up, and the kick is good. So we have 4:01 left to go in the ball game. And the score is now Northwestern 42 and Midland 21. Kickoff is coming up. This is Midland football, MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Back to Heenan Field. Rich Ray with you at MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. We have 4:01 left to go in this football game. And Midland cutting into the Northwestern lead on a 46-yard touchdown pass to Tariq Brown from Garrison Beach. And Quinones with the extra point. It's now 42-21. So a 3-score game. And Midland again still has 3 timeouts remaining here. Jerry Quinones is going to get ready to kick off with the wind at his back. And the ball will be held on the tee. Northwestern with the hands team out there. They've got 10 guys within the 45-yard line. So Quinones with the kickoff. And it will be a pooch kick. Comes down to the near side. The ball hits the turf. It is loose. Scramble for the ball. And I believe Northwestern has fallen on top of it. Yep, they do. The ball was loose for a while as well before the Red Raiders were able to fall on top of the football. It looked like Gramstead, who was actually the quarterback on the hands team, was able to go back and fall on top of that ball. So the Red Raiders have it. 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line with 4:01 to go in the ball game. And if the Red Raiders try to throw the ball against the wind here, I'd be very surprised. What they like to do is keep it on the ground here, chew up clock, force Midland to use their timeouts. And Red Raiders in a very good spot here, up by 21. So Jalen Gramstead back out of quarterback. 3 receivers right side of the formation, takes the snap, hands it off McQuillan looking for a place to run. He'll be strung out and dropped. A loss of yardage back to the 12-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and long. It's a scenario where Northwestern wants to run the ball, hold on to the football, keep it in bounds, and not really worried about big yardage here, just chewing up the clock. Down to 3.5 minutes to go. 2nd down and 12. With the ball at the Red Raider 13. Gramstead gets the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to McQuillan, and he will be stacked up and dropped right about the 15-yard line. So we'll have to gain of just a couple. So it brings up 3rd down. And if Midland gets a stop here, I would believe Coach Jamrog would use one of his 3 timeouts. We're down another 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Interesting play call coming up here for Northwestern. 3rd down and 10. Red Raiders have the ball at their own 15-yard line. You see Northwestern spread things out and use some very high percentage passing to receivers in the slot positions. See if they try to maybe do something similar here to pick up a 1st down. 2:35 and counting. Gramstead gets the snap, looks to his right, pump fakes, now wants to throw long, and that pass is incomplete. Intended at the 44-yard line. So it's an incomplete pass. It's going to bring out 4th down. It stops the clock with 2:26 left to go. And the Red Raiders will have to punt this ball away into the wind. So the Red Raiders will get set to kick it away. And this is Stater, who stands at the goal line, awaiting the punt. Midland's got 10 guys up in the line. Snap back, and the punt is away. Short kick. Bounces to the near side. And will roll out past the 40-yard line before it finally will roll dead at about the 41. So Midland takes it over in Northwestern territory at the 41-yard line with 2:14 remaining in the ball game. And Midland trails it by a score of 42-21. The key here in the second half is that Northwestern executed the offense very well in the 3rd quarter. And in the 4th quarter, after a couple of Northwestern scores, Midland was not able to recover kickoffs. And Northwestern hopped on the ball both times. 1st and 10 from the 41. Beach looking to throw. Steps up, near side, dumps it off, and it is going to be completion. Actually, an incomplete pass. Beg your pardon, incomplete. So it's 2nd down and 10. Ball remains at the Northwestern 41-yard line. Stop the clock with 2:07 left to go. Beach looking to throw. Dumps it off near side. And that pass is going to be caught, but it's for a loss of yardage. Max Wald made the catch. And Midland loses a yard. And now we're looking at 3rd down and 11. 1:49 and counting. Beach on 3rd down. Gets the snap. Wants to throw. Being chased. Buying time. Flushes to the right. Now left. Takes off to run and gets out of bounds. He's going to pick up a 1st down. So Garrison Beach making a good decision that time to run the football. And we'll bring up 1st down and 10. Ball's at the Northwestern 30-yard line. 1:31 left to play. 42-21 Northwestern. Beach, what we'll call the count. Gets the snap, play action. Looking to throw, swings it. Down left side, incomplete. And we'll bring up a 2nd down play. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. Clock stops with 1:26 left to go. And the ball remains here at the Northwestern 30-yard line. Red Raiders trying to improve their overall record to 5-0 this season. Midland in danger of falling to 500 at 3-3, but under 500 in the conference at 2-3. Receivers spread out each way. Man in motion out of the backfield. Snap to Beach. Wants to throw. Incomplete over the middle. So an incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down from the 31-yard line. And the clock now reads 1:21 left to play. Northwestern leading 42-21. Again, you look back at the opportunities. Midland was a play away from getting their hands on the ball to potentially have a drive to come back and tie the game. But Northwestern has been able to pull away here. Beach steps up in the pocket. He's sacked. It's going to be dropped back at the 35-yard line. It was Dragstra who made the tackle. And so it comes 4th down. Under a minute to go here. Snap to Beach. Drops back to pass. Under heavy pressure. And sacked. And Northwestern will take over the football. So the Red Raider defense comes up big there. And Northwestern's going to take the ball over with 54 seconds to play. And although Midland has 3 timeouts remaining here, I don't believe Coach Jamrog is going to elect to use these. As the effort for Midland, certainly good for most of the ball game here today. But you're going to look back at those turnovers, 4 of them on Midland here today. And the costly ones were the 2 kickoffs that Midland did not recover, that Northwestern did, and gave the Red Raiders scoring opportunities. So Graham Stead talking to Randy Hagedorn, letting him know the scenario here. Waiting snap. It's going to be a handoff to McQuillan. Tries to get to the left side. And he will be brought down in bounds at the 48-yard line. And in Northwestern will have to run one more play here before this one is complete today. Well, this is a very tough stretch for Midland. Warriors knew this 3 to 4 game stretch was going to be tough, and although effort good for most of the game here today, the Warriors are going to fall short in this one. As Gramstead will line up under center, and he will take the snap, drop down to a knee, and the clock is going to run out in this one here this afternoon. Entertaining ball game here today. This sees the top-ranked Northwestern Red Raiders come to Fremont and defeat the Midland Warriors by the final score of 42-21. Northwestern now 5-0 on the year and extends its win streak to 18 straight. Midland falls to 3-3 and now has dropped 3 straight ball games. 42-21, Northwestern wins it. Stand by for our post-game report coming up next. Back after we take a timeout, you're watching Midland football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Thank you.
Hey, Noah, don't forget to grab the chargers for the batteries. Yeah.
Check. Check. Test.
I don't know then. It's probably under, just look, keep looking.
Oh, it's right there. Sorry.
Back at Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska, where the top-ranked Northwestern Red Raiders have defeated the Midland University Warriors and GPAC football this afternoon by the final score of 42-21. Welcome to our post-game report. Rich Ray along with you this afternoon as we take a look at the scoring summary in this one today. The Midland Warriors get on the board with 5:49 to go in the first quarter. 22-yard field goal by Jerry Quinones put Midland up by a score of 3-0. That would be the score at the end of the first quarter of play before Northwestern got on the board with 8:06 to go in the second when Logan Meyer carried the ball in from 1 yard out. Eli Stater's extra point put Northwestern up by a score of 7-3. Midland would come back and cut that deficit to 1 right before halftime. Jerry Quinones boots in his second field goal of the day, a 49-yarder, and Northwestern would lead by a score of 7-6. That would be the score going into halftime. But the Red Raiders were very efficient running the football in that third quarter as Connor McQuillan ran the ball in from 8 yards out, and Stater's extra point with 9:47 to go in the third put Northwestern up by a score of 14-6. Red Raiders would extend the lead with 5:31 left to go in the third quarter when Jalen Gramstead carried the ball in on a 6-yard touchdown run. Stater's extra point put Northwestern up by a 21-6 score, and that would be the score at the end of 3 quarters of play. Midland's defense got the Warriors right back in the ball game when Trayden Davis-Reed intercepted a Jalen Gramstead pass and returned it 36 yards for a touchdown with 11:06 to go. And the Warriors elected to go for the 2-point conversion, and Garrison Beach found Jordell Lacey in the back of the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and the Midland had cut the Northwestern lead to 7, 21-14. Midland looked as though that defensively they were in an opportunity to get the stop and get their hands back on the ball, forcing the Red Raiders into a 3rd down and 1, but on a 3rd and 1, Connor McQuillan was able to run off left guard and bust through containment and take the ball 66 yards for a touchdown, and Eli Stater's extra point made it 28-14 Northwestern with 9:39 to go in the ball game. But then special teams broke down for Midland as the Red Raiders kickoff was not recovered by the Warriors. The Red Raiders were able to take it over and then eventually score on a 2-yard touchdown run by Logan Meyer. Stater with the extra point, and that put Northwestern up by a score of 35-14 with 7:38 left to play. Another kickoff, the Warriors did not recover again on the ensuing kick had Northwestern take the ball over. And then after having to punt the ball away and getting it back, Michael Story was able to haul in a 54-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Gramstead. The extra point by Stater was good, and that made it 42-14 in favor of Northwestern. But Midland came right back 15 seconds later and scored on its own when Tariq Brown hauled in a 46-yard touchdown pass from Garrison Beach. Quinones with the extra point made it 42-21, and that turned out to be the final in the ball game here today. So Northwestern wins it and improves to 5-0 and 4-0 in the conference, and has won now 18 straight. Midland falls to 3-3, 2-3 in conference play as the Warriors have dropped 3 in a row. A look at the statistics in the ball game today. Northwestern 28 first downs. The Red Raiders carried the ball 32 times for 151 yards. Through the air, passing 22 of 32 for 321 yards with 2 interceptions. Total offense for Northwestern, 64 plays, 472 yards. Midland had a total of 14 first downs, running the ball 27 times for 50 yards. Through the air, 17 of 29 for 209 yards with 2 interceptions. A total offense for Midland, 56 plays and 259 yards of total offense. Northwestern fumbled it once and lost it once. Midland fumbled it twice and lost it once. And the Red Raiders picked off 2 Midland passes, and Midland picked off 2 Northwestern passes. Individually for Northwestern today, Jalen Gramstead was 22 out of 32 throwing the football for 321 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Jalen Gramstead carried the ball 10 times for 33 yards and a score. Logan Meyer, 4 carries for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns. Connor McQuillan, 16 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Michael Story had 1 carry for 2 yards. Receiving-wise, Logan Meyer caught 1 pass for 10 yards. Connor McQuillan caught 2 passes for 7. Michael Story had 7 catches for 141 yards and a touchdown. Ty Schaefer had 5 receptions for 42 yards. Austin Gerard, 4 catches for 79. And Peyton Carroll had 3 catches for 42. For Midland, quarterback Garrison Beach, 17 out of 29 throwing the ball, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Tariq Brown carried the ball 1 time for 6 yards. Tyson Dinkert, 4 carries for 7. Max Wald had 4 carries for 16. Levi Markey had 1 carry for -3. Kalen Coates, 2 carries for 5 yards. Garrison Beach had 12 carries for 13. And Jacob Jones had 3 carries for a total of 6. Receiving-wise for Midland, Tariq Brown caught 6 passes for 75 yards and a touchdown. Tyson Dinkert, 1 reception for 25 yards. Max Wald had 2 catches for no yards. Shane Orr, 3 catches for 35. Kalen Coates caught 3 balls for 54 yards. Brody Anderson had 1 catch for 8, and Jordell Lacey had 1 reception for 12 yards in the ballgame today. Defensively for Northwestern, a good team effort here today, but leading the way, Ben Kingery, he had 9 tackles, 8 of those coming up in the first half. For Midland, the top defender today was Xavier Green, who had 6 tackles in the ballgame and had 1 tackle for loss. Final tally in this one today, Northwestern defeats Midland 42-21. The Red Raiders will improve to 5-0 in the season, and they take on Hastings coming up next week. And Midland falls to 3-3, and the Warriors are back on the road as they take on Dordt coming up next week. 42-21 the final. We'll be back with head coach Jeff Jamrog after we take a break. You're watching Midland Warrior Football on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Back at Heatham Field in Fremont, the Midland Warriors fall to the Northwestern Red Raiders in GPAC football this afternoon by a final score of 42-21. Let's check some other scores for you in GPAC football today. Morningside was a winner today at Doane, defeating the Tigers 38-7. Dort, with 1 minute to go in the ball game, is leading Hastings 61-21. And there are a couple other games that are taking place on the football side coming up later on tonight. Briarcliff plays at Concordia, and Dakota Wesleyan is at Mount Marty. We'll be joined by Coach Jamrog in just a moment. We'll check men's soccer action. Northwestern was a winner in Orange City over Jamestown today by a score of 1-0. In college volleyball in Orange City, Northwestern leads Mount Marty 2-0. They're going into the third. College volleyball in Sioux City, Concordia is on top of Morningside 2-0. In Jamestown, the Jimmies are leading Hastings 1-0 in action there. Midland volleyball team trying to bounce back after its disappointing loss last night at Morningside, and they lead Briarcliff 1-0 going into the second in Sioux City. Dakota Wesleyan is leading Doane in volleyball 1-0 here this afternoon. College of St. Mary is leading at Dort 1-0. Men's soccer in the first half, Concordia and Dakota Wesleyan are scoreless. Women's soccer, midway through the first half, Jamestown leads at Northwestern 2-0. Coming up later, Briarcliff's men play at Doane in soccer. Concordia men play at Dakota Wesleyan on the soccer pitch. Morningside plays at Hastings in men's soccer coming up later tonight. Our next broadcast coming up here will be, well, we have two broadcasts coming up in just a few moments. At the Cider Ice Arena, the Midland hockey team, the women's hockey team, will take on Minot State coming up at 4 o'clock. And at 6:30 tonight, College of St. Mary women's soccer team will visit Heatham Field to take on Midland and the Warriors. 41-21, the final score in this one here this afternoon, as Northwestern gets the victory here over the Midland Warriors. And so for Midland, some good things to take out of this one, some also things to correct, and to get ready for the next game against a very good opponent, and Dort and the Defenders. And that'll be coming up at 1 o'clock next Saturday in Sioux Center, Iowa at Open Space Stadium. And then the Warriors are back at home coming up in 2 weeks when they take on Mount Marty and the Lancers. So 42-21, the final score in this one here today. On a hot and windy day here in Fremont, Nebraska. So the script was run pretty well for Midland in the first half of play, but Northwestern made some nice adjustments, and the way the Red Raiders came out in the second half and were able to control that third quarter play was significant in this contest here today. So you look at turnovers, which were significant in this one as well. And when you look at total offense, Northwestern really got to go in the second half to change the way things were in the first half of play, as Midland limited how Northwestern held on to the ball. Time of possession ended up favoring Northwestern in this one here today. 36.5 minutes to the Warriors' 26.5. And one of the keys is Northwestern kept Midland's defense on the field. The Red Raiders were 8 of 10 on third down plays and scored 4 out of 6 times in the red zone. Midland just 4 out of 13 on third down plays here today, and 2 out of 3 on fourth downs. As far as punts were concerned today, there were no punt returns, although Northwestern punted once for 26 yards. Midland punted 3 times for 33. One of the stronger winds that the Warriors have played in quite some time here at Heatham Field in Fremont. Straight wind out of the south here today. That was a consistent 30-mile-per-hour breeze and gusting to more. And that played a factor in the ball game here this afternoon. And when you look at how the Warriors were running the ball, they would have liked to be more efficient running the football. The top ball carrier in the day was Max Wald, 4 carries for just 16 yards. And the Warriors did not have a 100-yard receiver today. Tariq Brown caught 6 passes for 75, and the longest reception was 46 that ended up going for a touchdown. So it ends up going 42-21, the final score in this one here today. And that is going to do it here for this afternoon. So, again, Northwestern gets the victory over Midland by the final score of 42-21. So that's going to wrap up our broadcast for you here this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed it. And we've got women's hockey coming up here in just a bit. And then after that, that'll be women's soccer as Midland takes on the College of St. Mary coming up at 6:30 tonight. Once again, the final score this afternoon, top-ranked Northwestern defeats Midland by the final tally of 42-21. Until next time, this is Rich Ray saying good afternoon and so long from Heaton Field in Fremont, Nebraska.